All right. Keep on rolling, fam. You know what time it is. Niners! Woo! God. That makes my day better. I do that 4 or 5 times a day. Don't tell anybody I told you that, though. It's ridiculous, anybody running around screaming like that. But I'm talking about the Niners! You seen the injury report, right? How absurd is that? We played 1 week of football, but some of these are like carryovers. Richie James came up lame after that game. George Kittle, of course, as you know about that. And Jason Verrett, fam, please tell me, I used to be the most patient guy with some of these guys. Let's not do Verrett again next year, okay? That's it. That's done. Unless somehow, wouldn't it be nice if Jason Verrett was actually ready to go and come in and take Richie Sherman's place? No. Kello Witherspoon, these guys are all on the, did not participate today. Suppose he got a concussion. I can't imagine where he got that from either. How did he do that? Did somebody close his I mean, was he getting in the car? Somebody closed his head in the door or something? I don't understand. Are they really working that hard out in practice that you could actually get a concussion out in practice? I'm just saying, of course it's always possible. I mean, they're playing hard, working hard, but it's just bizarre. Anyway, the 49ers signing Mohamed Sanu immediately after game 1 is no surprise, given the fact that the wide receiver room is down 3 players, including Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk, and now Richie James. Richard Sherman being placed on the IR for week 3 is George Kittle's knee was more serious than he thought, and the Niners put him in rest mode for this week and to avoid practice. Early season challenges with the 49ers roster. And rolling. And we'll be taking your calls on these matters and too many more that we got going tonight as well. You know what, though? I did get a kick out of, who was that? Was it Jimmy G? Anyway, the Falcons, before they went berserk on the NFL, they had a game 1 pathetic performance, and then he went on to trash the rest of the league for the rest of the season. So I'm looking at that as being a possibility because the 49ers, first week, that did not look like the 49ers we were expecting. I know it's not going to continue, but, you know, it's just kind of a shock to the system, right? You come out of the gate looking like that. Anyway, the Niners did get a little good news to start the second week of their regular season. Wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk considered Ben Garland missed the season over, but were full participants in today's workout. Yes, that's, you know what, mainly, but Grasu didn't do that bad of a job. Somebody pointed that out. He wasn't that bad. But to know Garland's back, Jimmy needs Garland because they're used to each other. Garland does a lot of things. They've done a lot of things together, and you need your center. I know Jimmy G sucks, but what I do know about Jimmy G is I've seen this before. He may have a strange game, but next week comes back like Mr. Pro Bowler or something. So I'm looking for that to be the case this Sunday. I wish he would stop with the Jekyll and Hyde. I agree with you on that. It is what it disgustingly is. But according to what team report, these guys are back. Also, the pandemic protocols have created a new set of rules regarding roster flexibility for the NFL teams. And good thing, too, because most significantly, teams can use without limitation the IR designation, along with the return in as little as 3 weeks. The only problem is that when a player is placed on IR, it's unclear whether he'll be gone for a short time or a long time. The 49ers didn't make any bones about that because Sherman apparently will be gone only a short time, according to a report. Coach Shanahan told reporters today regarding Sherman's injury, it happened like the last 4 plays of the game, I believe. We were still waiting to see how it felt on Monday, and later Monday afternoon, we found that it was hurting a little more than he expected. Fortunately, we were able to do the IR to return, so hopefully it won't be too long, unquote. Given that Sherman previously has suffered a torn Achilles tendon, Shanahan was asked whether the current injury is an Achilles injury, And he went on to say, no, I don't think so. They tell me calf, so I don't hear about the Achilles. So I would think that's good. He doesn't sound too concerned about it. He just is going to need a couple of weeks, we think, maybe a little bit more, but hoping it's only 3, and that's why we put him on the IR. Unquote. In past years, Sherman simply wouldn't have remained on the active roster and missed a few games. He would have remained on the active roster and just missed a few games. There's no point in putting him on the shelf. Because, Sherman could come back from injury like within minutes, right? Now the roster spot's open in exchange for him and definitely missing at least 3 games. This is where the horror begins, though, fam. Yeah, I'm just going to repeat it because I know you read it and you did probably the same thing I did. Dante Johnson has now been elevated to the active roster. You know what, though? He can be put back down, upon Sherman's return. Dante Johnson has been elevated to the active roster and signed cornerback Ken Webster from the Dolphins practice squad to a 1-year deal. Who is this? Who is he? In addition, the team signed cornerback Brian Allen and cornerback Christian Angelo to the team's practice squad. The Niners placed Tim Harris Jr. again on the practice squad injured reserve list. I love the way some of these terms and manipulations are very bizarre, aren't they? You got players going on. I've never heard of a practice squad guy on injured reserve. I guess if you have to maneuver in this fashion in order to make numbers match, right? Injured reserve, but you're on the practice squad. What is the point? Why don't you just call him injured reserve? Okay. If somebody understands that, put in chat, explain it to me. And about our new receiver, Coach Shanahan and Mohamed Sanu only spent 1 season together with the Falcons, but Coach is confident that Sanu, if needed, will be ready Sunday. Due to NFL's COVID-19 testing protocols, Sanu cannot practice with the Niners until Friday. Until then, he will participate in team meetings and learn Shanahan's game plan for Sunday's Week 2 contest against the Jets. Coach Shanahan said, quote, "That's the benefit of being with someone before. He's familiar with the offense. He only had 1 year away from it and did a very similar verbiage in Atlanta even after I left. Friday session usually are a walkthrough or half speed, or so Sanu won't have the benefit of practicing at full speed with the offense, but Shanahan isn't worried. He knows the vet will catch on quickly, deeming him a pro. Sanu's transition joining the 49ers should be smooth. Coach, Jimmy's never thrown a pass to him before. Okay. I'm just glad Aiyuk is coming back. You know what I'm saying? Because Jimmy called Aiyuk his safety blanket. And you know what? Jimmy needs acrobatic guys like Aiyuk. Because like Jimmy said earlier, he makes me look good. If I'm not making a good throw, he's still going to make that catch. Unlike Dante Pettis, who could have made a catch last week, but refused to due to he thought it would cause him bodily harm. Aiyuk's not like that. So Aiyuk back in the mix is going to be good. And as I said, I do not expect, I know you're thinking, Ronbo, man, you got too much faith in Jimmy G. Look, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, watch Jimmy G light it up this weekend. We've never seen him have 2 bad games in a row since he's been with us. In fact, yeah, I'm going to stay with that. Coach confirmed that Sanu already knows all 4 receiver roles and can be plugged in wherever he is needed. Shannon also shared that he feels fortunate that the team got Sanu when they did. He also stated he's familiar with it. He's good that we got 2 done. We got him done so he can at least listen to our meetings. He can't be here, but he has an idea of the game plan and can see it all. Coach Shanahan would not confirm that Sanu would have a significant role immediately, but admitted that it was a possibility. The coach's decision will depend heavily on the health of the other wide receivers as the week progresses. It's a good thing we're playing the Jets. And that ain't going to be a cakewalk because due to the fact that our team is in. Although I do see the defense coming back a little stronger than last week. We see some things we shouldn't have seen. I don't want to see that missed tackling again. That was uncommon of this particular team. And about George Kittle, Coach Shanahan confirmed that GK wouldn't practice today or tomorrow. Mrs. Kittle's baby boy may not practice until Friday, and even that is not a certainty. That doesn't mean the Jets won't have to game plan for him, though. Jets. Don't kick back and relax, man, because besides that, we got Jordan Reed still. Shanahan, coach, would you get him more incorporated? Don't tell me don't baby him. It's not going to help any. If he's going to get hurt, he's going to get hurt. But you got to get him out there and let's do some damage. You can't have all these weapons and keep them laying on the shelf unloaded. Use them! Coach Shanahan told reporters before today's practice, Kittle's battling. We thought it would be all right. He woke up the next day a little sore. He fully expects to be there Sunday like he always does. And just like he always plays through the game when it happens. We'll give him the whole week. I always love getting them out there on Friday. We'll see how that goes. Friday is just a walkthrough anyways, but Kittle is one guy that if he's ready to go on Sunday and the doctors say he's good to go, we have no problem with him going without practice. Why? Because he's George Kittle, the #1 tight end in the NFL. And as Stone Cold Steve Austin would say, can I get a hell yeah? Bam, bam. Let's go, George. Get out there and kick some butt. Because, Jimmy needs George. If he's got two guys out there, if he's got Aiyuk and Kittle, I think we don't need to worry about Trick Taylor needs to come around soon. Have to worry about Dante Pettis. Dante can sound, for as far as I'm concerned, for the last time. Pulled his potential plug on the all Ronbo team because that don't show me cowardice. Dante, you can do anything but that, man. I'm through with you, man. Through with you. Through washing my hands. Give me some of that alcohol spray for strong germs. God, Jesus. Coward? No. Barack Obama, what's up, fam? We got Sanu. I'm finally. I almost read that, too. You could get a Woody over this guy because, he's got a lot of experience. Sanu doesn't have a lot of speed, though. But he finds a way to get the ball, doesn't he? He must be real physical, I guess. He might be like Bolden. You don't need speed to beat up a defender to get the ball, I guess. And just in time, thanks, guys, for the contribution. Justin says we will be fine. Everyone chill. No trades. We good. Listen, one thing people need to know is 49ers can't be making no trades for no big-time players. Who gonna pay them? Anyway, Panchito Villa. Hey, do you think Kittle will have a sack this weekend? I really wish. I need to see Kittle about 3 more weeks to get an idea how fast he's going to grow and how fast he's going to progress. He did better than Solomon T, though. That's all I need to know last week, and I wasn't happy to hear that. Solomon, come on, man. Nico Navarro, hey, what's good, fam? I hope Sherman's okay. Sanu could be a good piece to our offense, especially with the injuries. Is anyone else wondering why have we not cut Dante Johnson? You see that? And Dante hangs around. He remains on Lynch's speed dial. And now look what happened. They put him on the practice squad, and here he is. I didn't know he'd be back this soon, because normally every year he comes back about 3 or 4 or 5th or 6th week or something like that. No, Dante's in there in week number 2. Ray Jr. said, what's up? Can you tell me how do you feel about picking up Sanu? Oh, no, I like it because he's not somebody who's going to have to be trained. He's a polished vet. He knows his way around the NFL. Nothing out there is going to surprise him. He's seen it all. He's done it all. And it's the kind of thing, you remember what Emmanuel Sanders did last year. I did not see that transformation taking place overnight like it did. So I guess this kind of a vet it may be somebody we're going to have to keep in until the guys that are on the roster now mature to that kind of level. So I'm feeling okay about him. Okay. Big Bad Brad. Glad we got the New York trip these next 2 weeks. We bond better on the road trips. We seemed to last year, right? I agree with that. And Dick J. Malone says we definitely need to win big in the next 2 weeks. Here's hoping that Sanu will have the same impact as Sanders did last year. I'm dreading a last resort if our wide receivers keep getting hurt. Yeah, by the time Deebo gets back and Aiyuk, let's see what he's got. They get together. I think we'll be robust on offense at that point. Fernando Garcia says, "Hey, everyone needs to relax and take a deep breath and not panic." I agree with that, though. We just got carried away last week with that. The good news is that we got the Jets this week, and it's a must-win for us. I pray for health for our team and go Niners. Some of the winningest teams of all time start the season out like this, so it's okay. Mr. Block Guys too. Hey, I'm okay with signing Sanu, but I'm not satisfied. Word on the NFL street. Bears wide receiver Allen Robinson and Odell Beckham want to trade. You think we should go for one of those? See, I don't know. You're going to have to, well, I guess you could cut a couple players. I'm trying to understand how the monies would work. Beckham Jr. is not going to come in and play for food stamps. Allen Robinson ain't either. So I don't know how you get these guys. Although, John Lynch, they'll be on that roster next week if he can get them, though. He'll find a way to get them. So I ain't counted out. I'll take either one. Oh, give him Dante. If you want to kill a deal, though, say, we'll give you Dante Pettis. Must think I'm a fool. Hanging that phone up so fast. Shorty doo-wop Niner Batiste. Thanks, man, for that contribution. Everything's going to be fine. Our players will be back. I know. I just love the taste of winning. Just so I can sing, ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. Dre Phantom. Come on, Dre. What's up, man? We've been talking to you in a few weeks, man. Come on in here, man.
Yes, sir. How's it going, Ronbo?
Oh, Dreas, we've seen better days. I got Dante Johnson coming to fill in. I'm worried. Keller Winston running around with a concussion. Jason Verrett's my leg. All the time, my leg. Jason, what's wrong with you? Why can't you work 15 minutes without being hurt? So, I got Dante on one side. I'm thinking about I want to move Jimmy Ward to the other side and maybe bring Tavares Moore in to play safety. Having Dante out there. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I got to fit. Mosley's going to be fine this week. He played the best wide receiver in the NFL last week. Hell, ain't nothing in New York. Go run him off as bad as that. So let's. But Dre, what are your feelings on all this? Garland's back. There's something to smile about.
Right. That's definitely a little bit something to smile about. I mean, I definitely didn't. I wouldn't have saw this in the script starting out like this, and it was just like, man. During the game, I was like, we still haven't scored or taken over this game. So I was like, yeah, something ain't right about that. And after the whole training camp, hearing about Dante and then his interview talking about, sounding like he's stepping up, and then to do basically nothing.
Yes.
It's like, here we are again. And then obviously the Jimmy G talk, everybody killing Jimmy. And I'm just like, I don't know.
He is dirt. Boy, people just working him. Well, you know what? I defend Jimmy, but that's his fault. Jimmy's got to stop with that. He's Jekyll, he's Hyde. He's Hyde, he's
Right.
He's Jekyll. Come on, Jimmy, man, be consistent. Don't. Because next week you come in like gangbusters, ain't going to be respected because you're playing the Jets. Come on, man. Stop
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, for sure that. But I don't know, man. I definitely wasn't expecting to have this feeling already. It's just game one, and I'm trying not to overthink it, but we shouldn't have lost that game, man. Period.
I agree.
Shouldn't have lost that game. Especially as tough as this division is going. And the Rams actually looked a little bit better than I thought they were.
I have to admit.
I was like, wait a minute.
I have to admit, they're going to be tough.
Yeah, you feel the same way about the Seahawks. You think they're going to be tough too?
The Seahawks are the same, Dre, every year since 2013. The Seahawks been the same every year, the same thing. They start off looking like, well, we're getting ready to raise hell. We're going to kill everybody. We're going to the Super Bowl. And even the announcers at every network, yes, the Super Bowl, the Seahawks look like they're pretty much engaged to get back to the big show. And, of course, by week 10, 11, 12, they start to show who they really are. And then they do what they do. They fade. And then they might make the playoffs. And if they do, they're coming out in the first or second round anyway. So I don't pay them no attention anymore.
Right.
Yeah. This is what they do.
I ain't mad at that. That's true.
They're well
Very
coached, though.
true.
I'll give them that.
They are. They definitely are. But I mean, we're gonna be hunted again, and we can't definitely take no games and no quarters, no. They can't take none of that off this season if we really are planning to get back to it. And I've been listening to Grant Cohn as well. They've been on the Niners' head. They've been saying all types of stuff about the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll see. What about Sanu? How you think he's gonna fit? You think he's gonna play Sunday?
Not if Aiyuk's there. If I know Shanahan, like I think I do, I think he's wants Sanu to get some snaps with Jimmy, at least a week's worth of practice. But if he puts it out there that Sanu may play Sunday, then Adam Gates has got to figure out, well, now, if they're going to use Sanu, they're going to use Kittle, they're going to use Jordan Reed. We may have to consider making some movements here to see if we can combat. It's a lot of firepower because now you got three guys that got a lot of experience on how to beat that ass. So maybe
right.
And if Aiyuk comes out there a playmaker, that could be a pretty potent offense.
Man, definitely. But yeah, I can't wait to shake this week one fully all the way off, and hopefully, even though it's the Jets, just a win would just, the faithful feel a lot better.
Oh yeah, just winning period.
Even in that score up, and give them some confidence too, and build on that going into week 3. So, but one game at a time. So, I don't know. And I heard Fred Warner had one of the lowest ratings though on that game. Did you hear that?
Well, no, I watched it. I seen Fred miss a tackle for the first time, I think, in a long time. I was kind of surprised about the tackling of all those guys, and also the blocking downfield. I even seen George missed a block one time that he did. They look like they're not quite ready for prime time. I didn't realize these guys are. Let's see what they look like going forward because a lot of guys are messing up. Jimmy got full credit for the loss, but boy, there are a lot of contributions out there that did not look like themselves. So
it really didn't, yeah. And I want to say, they didn't have preseason. Well, nobody had preseason, so
True.
I can't give them that excuse,
including the Cardinals. Yeah,
exactly. So we should have been able to pull that out. So hopefully that was just a wake up call, and we need that little slap in the mouth. So
kick and punch, they got beat up is what they got, and listen in the fourth quarter. But Dre, the good thing is, as bad as they played to a team that they have a lot of trouble with, 4 points. I'm okay with that. If you got to lose, Dre, Jay,
that's true.
Go ahead and finish that sentence, because we got to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, we'll catch up next time.
All right, be back. What's the day? Well, be back Friday. Yeah, let's do 2 days. We'll do Friday. I'll be back Friday. All right. Be looking for you, fam.
All right, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Night.
Peace.
Yes, indeed. Maybe we'll come back. The week's almost over now. Okay. And Christopher Hengler says, going to be a long week. Can't wait to get first win of season. Keep on rolling with Jerry Rice. Good comments. Oh, God. And hey, thanks, Phil. And just as a trade, Kirk Cousins is still trash. Yeah, Jimmy, I'll still take Jimmy over Kirk. At least I know Jimmy could be a little better when crunch time comes. So anyway, I'll stay with Jimmy.
A little?
Yeah. Everybody wants to abandon Jimmy after one game. I ain't thinking that way. I'm going to give him a minute. But Jack, you're feeling all this matter and everything else is going on.
My feeling is I'm pissed off today. Dre was right. We should have won. And talking about Grant Cohn, you know what? That's a bad boy right there. But he was talking about on one of his sitcoms the other day that what?
Sitcoms?
You should not have to rush. No. Hold on a second. He was talking about don't go up the field, stop that gap. and which makes sense. Never go behind the quarterback if you're on the edges. That's how you contain a running QB. That's true, Grant. But at the same time, you got to rush him. And how do you do that? You go inside. Make the boy go outside, if that makes any sense to anybody.
It
Okay?
does, because he's got to run harder and longer. Exactly. That makes all the sense in the world.
Robert Saleh knows that, and he's gonna shut that boy down the second game. I promise you that. But anyways, as a wide receiver myself, Ronbo.
Yes.
It don't matter if we got Mohamed Sanu. It don't matter if Kendrick Bourne was right there for the winning, but he didn't get the goddamn ball. It don't matter if you got Sanu or OBJ. If you can't get him the ball, we ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
Jack, I really wish. I don't know what's wrong with Jimmy. Jimmy can look brilliant one minute and look like a rookie the next. He really started off last year. Remember that game, that exhibition game against the Broncos? He looked like crap. And then the next week he comes back, okay, well, this is a little better. And then I don't know what's going on with him.
He's a knucklehead, but he's our knucklehead. You know what I'm saying?
He's got to stop doing
I
that.
told you guys after the game, I'm sorry if I'm too loud, but told you guys after the game, George Kittle was hurt more than possibly we think if you run the tape back, because that's not the George Kittle. If George Kittle wasn't hurt, he would have got open. But you know what? I wanted Buda Baker to chill, pill, Phil. I told you always talking about Buda Baker. I wanted to draft him when he was coming out, by the way. But you know what? He got revenge last week, and he hit him right on the spot, the perfect time. Shout out to Buda Baker. But you know what? Our guy's going to be back, and we're going to get that ass. You know what I'm saying? But, Jack, come on, man.
Jack, you got something banging up. Jack, you got something banging up against your microphone or something? There's a clicking going on. Jack?
I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm in the goddamn hotel right now because Jackie won't let me speak in the goddamn house.
Okay, good. It's
gone now?
Go ahead. Yeah, gone now. Go ahead.
I got Jackie in here so I can see for the night. Only for Ronbo I did this. But listen, man, I'm just saying, dude, you got so much. Where's D Ford at? Is anybody bring up D Ford? All that money we paying this dude?
I didn't see him in any reports. I wish I knew. I was looking around.
Damn. Okay.
I'm like you.
We made
What's going on with D Ford?
Getting rid of DeForest. We made a big mistake getting a Defo, and I put my hands up and said maybe I was wrong saying that this boy that we got might be even better at that position than Defo because, boy, I mean, that interior D-line ain't looking strong like it used to be, baby. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me.
Yeah, no, he's going to be okay. Solomon T did not even get on the stats on the books this week, and he did.
I'm not talking about Solomon
one
T.
more time.
I'm talking about the other homeboy.
Eric Armstead?
I'm talking about Givens. I'm talking about the other dude that came back from injury. I'm talking about everybody on the D-line. The only boy that played. Huh?
DJ Jones?
DJ Jones. I'm talking about goddamn Armstead. I mean, is anybody playing on the D-line anymore? Does anybody got the only person that got the fire lighted on the head is Nick Bosa. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way he's wired. See, the rest of them need to figure out. And Eric Armstead.
And by the way, everybody, Richard Sherman is not injured. His pride as an MVP All-Star is too much for him to have. He got burnt. We got to admit, everybody, he got burned by D-Hop. He got burned by D-Hop. He can't take that, so he had to stay on injured.
Jack,
you know what I'm saying?
Jack, he didn't get burnt. He gave D-Hop so much room. You couldn't blame him for getting burnt because he gave D-Hop 30 yards of an umbrella, and he just kept him in front of him.
And I don't know who said it. And I don't know who said it about the zone technique. You can't do that on these boys.
Yeah,
you got to contain these boys man to man.
Jack, you know what? We're out of time because I'm late as usual. But we're
always out of time. But Jack is bringing in every goddamn day to the end of the season. Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? Super Bowl.
They'll be all right. I think everybody will get relieved after this week. I can't see them looking bad every week for the next 3 weeks. I do not. So we'll see what happens next. I'm pretty sure of it, though. All right, Jack. See you next time, fam. All right. Bang! Bang! When you hear that sound, throw your watches and your smartphones and your smartwatches too. I don't care how much it costs. Into the garbage. Mel.
Rap, man. What's good, Ronbo? Double Van Gogh gang. We in here. What's good with you?
Oh, Mel, hey, you know, you know how you're cautiously optimistic as to what's going to happen next? It seems like the 49ers, when you listen to them, you watch their body language in a press conference, they know they played goofy football. And it wasn't just one player playing bad football. We had a bunch of guys playing very strangely bad. There's a list. Jimmy G is the author and the guy who's getting most of the dirt. But boy, there was a bunch of dudes out there playing really bad football. But Mel, your observations on the injuries and things that are going on right now, George Kittle's return, Garland returning, and Aiyuk too. Oh, Dante Pettis is on our start unit again, though. But anyway, go ahead.
Ronbo, first and foremost, I want to say it is a good idea that I got disconnected on Monday night. That was nothing but God that set that up, bro. 'Cause I was about to let a whole bunch of y'all out there have it. Yeah, and I was going to call out names. I might even have started talking about people's mothers. But yeah, so it's a good thing I got. Yeah, it's a good thing I got disconnected. But what I want to say, bro, is did it really change that quickly? So last season, you got guys like Mike Florio, Stephen A. Smith. You got all of these clowns in the media trashing Jimmy G, straight up trashing him, not giving him any respect or anything. All of our players, all of our coaching staff stood up and had this dude's back. All of us stood up and had this dude's back, saying, man, these dudes are wrong. He's not trash. He's not garbage. He can get it done. We all had his back. The dude has one bad game, and y'all are saying cut him, release him, get rid of him, trade him, throw the whole quarterback away. Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Something is legitimately wrong. The dude still got skills. He played a bad game. That's the worst I've ever seen him play.
True.
It is. But
Same
it's
here. I said it last Sunday. I said, my God, he never looked that bad.
Right, and Kyle's offense is about timing as much as it is about anything else, about skill set or whatever. Even about personnel, it's more about timing than anything else, and the timing is going to come. We haven't had the time to have any type of continuity or anything, man. We'll be fine, yo. And that game wasn't all Jimmy's fault, bro. It just wasn't. Now, if everybody else was balling and Jimmy threw the game away, that's something different. But the problem, what I saw on Sunday with the team was, it was kind of like the situations where you remember hearing that story about the lady, this is years ago, like the late 80s, who was getting stabbed outside and all of the neighbors saw it happening and nobody called the police.
Ooh, I do.
They all watched this lady getting they all watched this lady getting stabbed and stabbed and stabbed. Nobody called the police. Yeah. And I think it was that. I think that's what we were dealing with on Sunday. The reason why nobody called the police, it wasn't because they were heartless and didn't care. Everybody just figured that somebody else was going to be calling, so nobody ended up calling. So that's kind of what it looked like on Sunday, where all of our guys were kind of looking at the whole situation, waiting for their teammates to step up and do something. And nobody stepped up and took the game over. Everybody was kind of passing the buck, because remember last year, when our offense was playing like we played Sunday, our defense balled out and we still won. When our defense was playing like we did Sunday, our offense balled out and we still won. But both sides of the ball and special teams played poorly. And we still only lost by 4, and it still took calls from the refs to even keep the game close. We're going to be fine, man. All of this, fire him, cut him, get rid of him, trade him stuff. Come on, bro. Our name is supposed to be the faithful. Where is the faith? Jesus, what's wrong with you people? That's what happens when you speak off of emotion and not off logic. That game hurt me like it hurt everybody else, but it's ridiculous and disingenuous to just start saying, oh, we're trash. We were just talking about how crazy our depth was at wide receiver. Now everybody's saying, oh, our receivers suck. Come on, man. Come on, yo. So, either you were lying then or you're lying now.
All the wide receivers we had, and we're down to, we had to go get one. My God, that's scary.
Right. Like I said to you before, Pettis should have been gone. Jawan Jennings should have been up here with us. We could have used his skill set on Sunday because he's the type where I believe that his energy and enthusiasm and the way he plays gets other people hyped. Because he would have been out there banging heads around, bro. And that's all it takes to get your teammates hyped and involved with it too.
No, the thing you mentioned about timing and things like that with this kind of offseason, a lot of fans, a lot of people who never played the game, they don't understand how that's a very tricky situation. If you're on, it looks great. If you're off, people they don't understand. It'll look like crap if your timing's off. And that involves both receiver and quarterback. But a lot of people don't understand that. So they're going to look at what they see, and they're going to process it as being the quarterback. But that, man, I know it happens.
Absolutely. And the last thing I wanted to say, I know you got other callers. So the last thing I wanted to say again, we were killing Mike Florio and Stephen A. Smith and all the other media during the playoff run, particularly last season, when they were making this one assertion that I can't stand here, and I couldn't stand it then, and it hurts even more now hearing it from our own. Talking about, Kyle doesn't trust Jimmy. Kyle doesn't trust Jimmy.
Here it comes. You know what's coming.
Everybody who said that, every 49ers fan quotes, because you're not even real fans if you're talking that stupid. Everybody who said that, go take a long walk off a short pier. Kyle trusts Jimmy. He's the starting quarterback. As much as Kyle loves C.J. Beathard, he'd love to put him in there. But no, Jimmy Garoppolo is better. Jimmy Garoppolo is the guy. He's going to get it done. Kyle absolutely trusts Jimmy. If he didn't trust him, he wouldn't be there, man. Stop it.
Boy, that's the truth. Kyle will get rid of you in a heartbeat. Mel, good stuff. All right, let's see you. Let's come on back Friday. Be looking for you. All right?
No doubt. I'll be here.
All right, fam.
All right,
have a great night. Thanks, Mel.
You too.
I know being here, Mr. 205. Thanks for being here. This is Bring On OBJ or else we're in trouble. You heard it here first. And, there is something to be said about let's see what Sanu looks like. Like last year when Sanders came on, all of a sudden you've seen the wide receivers, the whole production picked up. Why? Because Sanders is a legitimate Pro Bowler. I really don't. Here's the thing, though. I don't want Jimmy to have to rely on Pro Bowl receivers. You've got to get it together even with the kids because we can't wait for the kids to grow up. You got to go now. You guys got to work that out. Hey, O.D. out.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Oh, D, man, one thing. I'm hanging to the thing I'm enjoying the most is Garland, and I put exclamation mark, Garland returns, as does Aiyuk, and I'm loving it. Everything else, I don't like Sherman being out. That worries me to death. I don't know what's going to happen now, but if the frontline defense is ready to roll this week, a little better than they did last week, since there ain't no Jet as a quarterback, we may be okay. I'm hoping.
We're going to be all right, Ronbo. This is the thing. Shout out to Mel, man. What's happening with you? Bang, bang, double gold gang all day, every day.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. Everybody, panicked and freaked out. And those aren't Niner fans, man. I may have been upset with Jimmy for how he played. He played like crap, but that doesn't mean that I automatically lose faith in him. What sense does that make? You know what I mean? Come on now. The guy had a bad game. I mean, look at Tom Brady.
I know.
It looked like hot shit on the stick down there in Tampa Bay. He looked like hot shit on the stick. I'm telling you, I guarantee you, Tampa Bay. Hey, I guarantee you, Tampa Bay fans ain't out there going, we cut Tom Brady, forget him, get him out of there.
Bring back James.
You can't do that. So, right, of all people. Oh, I saw a meme, Ronbo had me weak as hell, and it had him laughing and pointing, going, and y'all thought it was me.
I got to look that one up. That's got to be hilarious.
That was hilarious. It was. But when I saw the signing. When I saw the signing of Sanu, I said, okay, he hinted at it Monday that it had been a little bit of a rumor.
I knew that was coming.
Because he was a free agent. It's fine. The thing that I want to tell y'all about Sanu is do not, get too overly excited. First of all, Jimmy has no connection with Sanu. He never played with him. So that has to develop. Then at the same time, Sanu is not a world beater. The man is a 500-600 yard a year receiver with 4 to 5 touchdowns. He's never had more than 5 touchdowns in his career, and he's never been a 1,000-yard receiver. He's a possession guy. You know what I'm saying? He had sure hands. He doesn't drop balls, so you give him that much credit.
Zanquan Bolden, taller version.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like you don't freak out and go, oh man, like it wasn't like when we got E-Man Sanders. So I mean, it's still a good pickup. We needed the help. Hopefully, Aiyuk is healthy enough to go. I don't like the fact of what happened with Sherman because our DB core was already thin as it is. Then we have to trot out Dante Johnson of all people. I mean, both Dantes we got on this team ain't worth a dime. So we got Pettis who won't go up to catch a ball to save his damn life, and everybody jumps on that gravy train. I told you I wasn't doing it.
You're
now
right.
the one person I will give some credit to is Jed McKinney. Jed looked all right. He was rusty.
He's
he dropped
rusty
that ball
too.
that he should have
Wait till he
caught.
gets ready for prime
But I mean,
time.
like who? You can't expect that man to catch everything coming at him. He ain't played football in almost 2 years. Like I mean, I understand. Good for him to get that first touchdown. You know what I mean? Like get that out of his system. He felt great. And he looked all right, man. The thing is I hope that Aiyuk is able to go, and I hope that that there's a nice little bit of plays that are drawn up to have Mohamed Sanu in there. Just simple stuff. It's like, hey, Jimmy, this is what we're going to do. He runs these type of routes. Just put the ball there. He'll go get it. Things like that. But with our wide receiver situation, man, that we got to do better. KB comes back to that ball, gets the pass interference. That gives us another shot. There's a lot going on, but I'm not going to say I'm hitting the panic button. Now, if we lose to the damn Jets, then I got some questions. That's where I'm questioning things. I will never give up on my Niners. I don't care how deep in a hole we get. I will never give up, but I will start getting some questions like, okay, what the hell is happening? Because the one thing I can say is the Jets' offense was not good, but their defense has always been solid. Even minus Jamal Adams, they still have Bradley McDougall, who Dre so eloquently highlighted is pretty much Jamal
as
Adams
good as
is
Adams.
not better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stats-wise, he was better.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Jets' defense is what bothers me. I have to give much respect to Frank Gore, a.k.a. Frank Gore, a.k.a. the Inconvenient Truth. He's done so much for us, man. I've always said if we get a Super Bowl ring, there are 3 dudes that need a ring. That's Joe Staley, Frank Gore, and Patrick Willis.
Yes.
All 3 of those dudes. If we get a Super Bowl ring, they need to get an honorary one for everything they did for our franchise.
You may as well give one to the Cowboy, too. Yeah.
To the Cowboy. But but for me, I don't feel like we're going to lose this game against the Jets. We'll be fine. I do think that everything is going to be okay. And I think that everybody, whoever hit the panic button like that, go ahead, get up out of here, man. Don't come in here because we are the faithful for a reason. The word faithful means a lot to us, which means we're going to ride or die till the wheels fall off, and the wheels ain't fell off yet. After one game, if you're jumping off the train, you should have never been on it in the first damn place.
Good one. D, let me see you Friday, and when we start giving our predictions on this game coming up this Sunday. All right?
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate you, brother. I'll end it the same way I normally end it. If you in here and you are from an opposing team, you might as well go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. You don't have a Ronbo. You'll never have a Ronbo, and you won't have a platform like this. And I know you in here because your team sucks. Night, Ronbo, man. I love you, brother. Appreciate the platform, man. You have a good evening.
Thanks, D. Fam, be sure to hit that man of wisdom, Deion Johnson. Click him up. Deion's got rolling content all the time, and that dude knows what he's talking about. Okay, let's go here. And this just in.
I am back from the depths of working 7 days in a row. I am tired. I've had a day off. It's good to be back. Just in time. It's good to be back.
I'm glad you got some time off. You should not work. All work and no play makes Justin a dull boy.
It does make me a dull boy. It does make me a dull boy. It does, man. Hey, you know what? I'm going to address something as well.
All right.
I need the 49ers to listen closely. We are not getting Odell Beckham Jr. for anything at all. We're not trading for him at all.
You
He has 3 years on that contract.
Wait,
3
Justin.
years on that contract.
Justin, brakes. Put the brakes on. Justin, you need the proper intro for this. And now, an unusual midweek. Let me holla at you. Continue.
We're not getting Odell. That's it. Nothing. There's no rumors. There's no nothing. They've been shot down already, but there's no nothing. Get it through your heads, everybody. We are not getting Odell unless it's free agency. No way. No way now. I know everybody wants Odell, but let me tell you something. He is not coming. No way in hell. No.
Justin, let me ask you a question.
I do not care.
Let me ask you one question about this. So, does Odell Beckham Jr. I'm starting to think he whines too much. He was in New York. And he started crying about wanting to get out of there. He got out of New York. They sent him to Cleveland. Now, how long would it be before he'd be with us before he'd find something wrong? He's a problem child. I think Odell just likes to complain. The diva mentality is okay. And I think he would do well with the 49ers. It probably wouldn't happen. But I'm a little concerned with him always whining and crying. Well, Odell, man, you get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And you don't get the ball. And I'm not sure if that's always not your fault. I'm wondering what's going on with you. When you had, what's his name, throwing ball to you, you didn't appreciate it. So come on, man. Stop it.
I know everybody's freaking out because this receiving core did not do that well on Sunday. Let's face it. The receiving core did not do well. Kendrick attacked the ball. Should have attacked the ball a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Taylor had 3 drops.
What?
Who else?
Kendrick Taylor had some bad throws.
He had 3 drops.
He had one that was sailed over his head. Yeah. He had one that was thrown too short. Him and Jimmy do not have, I don't know what happened to the chemistry, but they don't have any right now. I suspect that'll improve. But you saw Taylor miss 3 times?
I saw him drop it like at least 3. I know McKinnon dropped it at least twice until he finally got the touchdown, which was great.
Are you calling, you're saying those misses, you're calling those drops. Jimmy overthrew McKinnon on that first shot.
Yeah, yeah, that first one that he overthrew, but the second one, it hit him right in the hand.
He did miss one.
I don't.
All right.
Yeah. So I just receiving course a lot of questions. I think I kind of been saying this after Sanu got a release from Patriots. I kind of saw this coming. You know, like either the 49ers are going to pick him up, or he's going to resign with Atlanta, or like one of those two, because he's played with Shanahan for many years. Before he started his career in Cincinnati, then he went to Atlanta, and then I think he went Patriots. Yeah, but he has familiarity with this offense. He knows what Shanahan wants. He knows what Shanahan expects out of him. So I have no doubt that he's going to flourish in the system. It may take him at least 2 weeks, but he'll do great. And I'm really excited for Aiyuk. Yeah, I'm really excited for Aiyuk. If he's good to go, if he's healthy, then put him out there. If he's not healthy, send him out for another week, because I don't want to rush anybody just yet. And I feel like we need to stick to the system where we're pounding that ball. We did not pound the ball that much against Arizona. We kind of fell off a little bit. He kind of missed Morstead on the getting him the ball too much, or he could have. I don't know. I don't want to say that it's solely Jimmy's fault, but he missed a lot, but it does fall around all of the players. Defense, offense, special teams. Because special teams, Dante Johnson, he missed that key block, and it ended up being a touchdown. We're up 10-7. But
yeah, there's a lot to be. I mean, when you think about it, they really shouldn't have scored more than once. You know what? That's fine. Justin, we got to go, because it was a good thing they lost the first game, and it's a good thing they lost in the way that they did. I hope the 49ers do not take anything for granted. You guys got to work hard this year, just like you did last year.
Yeah.
I mean, you was big and bad last year, but that don't carry over. You got to go out there and do it.
Yeah.
So this is good. They'll wake them up. It might be good. So
I will say that. I was finished with saying everybody was bashing on Jimmy G, but Tom Brady threw 2 pick sixes in his debut. So
No,
I'm just saying.
no.
You know.
Every Breeze, Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all those guys are allowed to make mistakes, but Jimmy, he damn better not, or he's trash. So that's the way. That's the rule.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We gotta go though, fam. I'll see you Friday, okay?
Yes, sir. You got to go. All right, man.
Justin.
Y'all take care. Y'all stay safe and wear your mask and wash your hands. Wash your hands.
That's it. All right, Justin. Have a good night, fam. Don't work too hard now. Get some rest. And I'll just roll on. Hey, Clarence.
Hey, Ronbo.
Clarence, we are celebrating the fact, I am, that Garland and Aiyuk will be back. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Because the bad news is Sherm is going to need 3 weeks off. Although, I got to tell you, it's like Breezy said on Twitter, do you really think we need Sherman for the next 3 games? I thought about that for a minute. Well, yeah, kind of, maybe not, huh? So, but what are you thinking, Clarence?
All I know is our team should get healthy, quote unquote, these next 2 weeks playing the Jets and the Giants. If they don't, then I have some questions.
You know, I think the Giants are going to be a little tougher than what we're thinking. You know why? The Giants, I was watching that quarterback, Jones. He's athletic, isn't he? You know, but he's not going to be able to bullet out of that backfield. He's not going to be able to bullet out of that backfield like Kyler Murray. But he is still athletic. If you don't be careful, he will run. He ran a touchdown in. Who'd they play? He ran into the end zone. I says, uh-oh. Okay. So I ain't taking it for granted. The Jets, I think we could beat them with ease. But go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, like based on last week, there was just a lot of little mistakes, and a lot of little mistakes became compounded throughout the game, and then therefore, you know, like I said, we only lost by 4, but still,
I know
it was a game that was easily winnable, even though D-Hop went off and everything else. But yeah, there's a lot of attention to detail kind of things that got missed last week. Jimmy, everybody missing throws, missing, you know, possibly breaking off their routes, not when they're supposed to, or you know. And as far as I'm concerned, both Dantes can kick rocks at this point. They both need to go.
You know, Dante, this is your day.
I gave Dante Pettis the benefit of the doubt when I heard everything about what was going on through camp and training camp. Then I saw what I saw, and I said,
he's still the same Dante. He just talked a big game.
Jennings.
Yeah, he ain't ready.
Jennings. Give me Jawan Jennings. Give me somebody who at least will physically fight for the ball, beat somebody down to get the ball. Give me that guy. I mean, you know, you can get, like I said, Dante's not fast enough to just give him 9 routes all the darn time. I put him on the practice squad. They said, will anybody take him? Really? I'm asking. Will anybody actually come get him? Pull him off the practice squad and sign him to the 53? I don't know. I don't think so.
No. Yeah, but you know what, Clarence? What if? I think the game also came down to those 2 penalties. You know, when he went down, all right, Kyler Murray goes down, you're not. I thought the 49ers. Nobody told the 49ers you can't touch a quarterback. Granted, that head first should not have been legit. That's not a slide.
No.
But they still flagged him. I said, okay, that's. What are we supposed to do? If I was on the field, I would say, Coach, tell me what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to touch him or not? Well, if he goes down, grab a coach. He could be faking. I would go down, pretend like I'm going down. If I don't touch you, why don't I get up? I would have argued my ass off. Yeah, but it ain't. Once he goes down, maybe the refs would blow the whistle, though, hopefully. But if they didn't, that means I took a chance on trusting the refs, who didn't do it, and he got reprimanded. And now they're all over my ass saying, Ronbo, why did you tag him down? Because they said don't touch him. Ah, God, so, it sucks.
But we can't let the refs dictate what we need to do. We need to basically take the game out of the refs' hands and control our own quote unquote destiny and be able to get in there and control everything.
Clarence,
we can't rely on the refs because we know
Clarence,
they don't like us.
I know. We got to go. I'm trying to remember last time. I said the other day, I'm trying to remember last time we got a call that actually saved us. But, it just doesn't happen. I don't care what Frank Johnson says. We do not get calls. Anyway, hey, Clarence, let's see you Friday, okay?
Friday, yeah, I'll have a prediction for you.
Right.
Hey, and tell that Smiley guy, call in and take his lumps like a man.
Smiley's not going to call in there. He knows I will eat his butt for lunch. All right, hey, we'll see you. We'll see you Friday, okay?
God bless you, brother. Thanks, care. Man. You have a good one.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Hey, Dollar, Bill, Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man? What's going on?
Well, my only thing to celebrate tonight is we got Garland and Aiyuk practice today, and they will be back. That's my biggest. Otherwise, I got Sherm going to the IR. Sanu's coming in, but Will, they can't use Sanu this weekend. He ain't had no reps with Jimmy. Jimmy's having enough trouble getting things down with the guys he's got. Aiyuk is the best thing happening because during the course of the practice, he said Aiyuk was like a safety blanket. So I figured they got something going on. I'm hoping Trent Taylor finally, him and Jimmy get back together this week. But this is going to be a longer, slow process this year than I would have thought. The defense, I ain't worried about them. I know they'll get better. But everything else is starting to worry me a little.
Well, first off, we just need to relax, man. I know everybody was upset about the game this past Sunday, man, but we just had some hiccups. Kyle had some hiccups. Jimmy G had some hiccups. The team as a whole, defense has some hiccups. So we should get all that out the way and start getting rolling this Sunday. Nothing we can do about it now. Let's just keep it moving to our next opponent. It's good to have Aiyuk and Ben Garland back. Those are two key pieces that we need, and I'm glad they're back. So
yes.
That's a sign of relief.
And Dante can sit the hell down.
Yeah, and Sherm, I'm pretty much done with this injury stuff. I'm not gonna let it worry me no more. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm not gonna let it give me a gray hair on my skin. So I'm not gonna do that. It is what it is. We just hope and pray that everything, he's only, if he is out for 3 weeks, let's just pray when he gets back that, he'll still be back in, Pro Bowl corner, Richard Sherman shape. But yeah, man, Sanu, man, I love the pick. I love the pickup for Sanu. I tell you what, I know Jimmy haven't had no chemistry with Sanu, but they better do something. Sanu better play. Sanu better play. I want him to play.
You think so?
With him and Aiyuk, I believe they can make some magic happen. I tell you what, you're gonna want to play Sanu because Sanu right now is better than Dante, Pettis, and Trent Taylor combined.
Okay, guy. Boy, I agree with that. Because Dante, boy, he just showed his. God.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because you got Sanu. He hasn't played in the office within a year. He should pick up on Shanahan's offense, real quick, just like Emmanuel Sanders did, because Rich Scangarello was in Denver, when Emmanuel Sanders was there. Mm-hmm. So he came to us, it was easy for him. Mm-hmm. So it's the same scenario. So, yeah, Sanu better play. With him, you can Bourne, I believe, there's some magic can happen on the field. Mm-hmm. But Dante Pettis and Bourne and Trent Taylor, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work out. Another Dante Johnson. If I see you step 1 foot on that field, I'm flying up to New York and I'm pulling you off myself. and I'm gonna wrap you up with duct tape. And I'm gonna go to look. You see him over there?
I know we will.
I duct tape him up. You better not unduct tape him. I'm gonna leave him right over there.
Will,
And then I'm
who
gonna
you got
slide
starting?
home.
Who you got starting opposite Mosley?
Man, I hate to say it, Ronbo. It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul, Ronbo. You know who it is. I just don't want to say his name because I don't like him. You know who it is.
Spoon's got a Will Spoon's in concussion protocol.
But I mean, will he still be in protocol Sunday?
Normally,
I mean, how long?
I don't know when he went in there. They just announced that today. I'm telling you, Will, it's scary next to Mosley. Yeah. And I'm talking about Mosley like he's the main man out of bad. He is bad. But this, and next to him, is going to be a level less.
Dante Johnson, if Weatherspoon is still in concussion protocol and Dante Johnson's in the game, then you just going to have to pray that the defensive line beats
it's
up
doing a number
every snap. I'm talking about Kinlaw, Bosa, Armstead. They need to dominate that O-line all game, every snap. If Dante Johnson is on that field.
Remember, Will, the Jets, what's his name? The quarterback. Last year, he bit the dirt more than Wilson, more than Kyler Murray. I mean, he was in the dirt all day. So that means he doesn't get the ball out very quick. And he doesn't have a lot of mobility. He's not bad. Sam Darnold, right? Yeah. Anyway, he's doesn't have an offensive line to help him. So I think we can get him.
Well, we better, man. We better. But overall, man, look, this is the season, man. You know, we shouldn't overlook any team. We shouldn't, man. Well, we shouldn't. I don't care if it's a sorry ass team or it's a good team. We gonna have to start beating. We gonna have to start stomping on their neck early and keep our foot on their neck the whole game. We gotta start running
and cancel them out. But we gotta stop. Let me. I'll be looking for you Friday for that score. And maybe we'll have some more good news between now and Friday, like George Kittle's feeling like his old self in 4 days. All right, Will.
All right, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to my TNT fan, man. Play upon the Dre, Trey, Big Show, Russo, all them guys, man. Hey, shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sheik Sewer, Super Bowl 55. It won't be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It'll be the San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. F the Rams, El Rudy, lost Super Bowl, only scored 3 points. They got them ugly, stupid jerseys. They gave Jalen Rams all that. Still ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to even make it to the playoffs. That's my bold prediction. They ain't going in the pro. All right, Mama.
All right, Will. Let's see you Friday. And, all right, fam. And we're looking at 954 in Florida. What's up?
What's up?
Yep. And what is your name? What did you say? Did you say Dante? What?
This Brandon. It's Brandon Ronbo.
Is this Brandon? Yo, Brandon, you get Brandon. Remember,
yeah.
Did I mention to you last time? Don't unmute yourself because there's a lot of people waiting in front of you. Okay, and that's really unfair. So please let me just say again. Don't unmute. Let us unmute you. Okay, just call in and hold. All right. 954. I'm still looking for 954 Florida. Florida, come on in, Florida. 954.
Ronbo.
Yo. Hello.
You hear me?
Are you in there? Are you 954?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is your name?
This is Big A.
Did you say Big Ace?
Big A. B-I-G A.
And just A, that's it. All right, Big A. Sup, fam? Great to meet you.
Ronbo?
Yo, man. I'm
Good
just
to
like,
meet you, man. I've been listening to you for a while, Ronbo.
No, thanks, Big A. Well, I'm sitting there. Some people have went all the way into the depths of you know where behind this loss, and but today I have decided, you know what? They weren't going to go 16-0. Granted, the loss was disgusting. But, you know, it's not the end of the season. And I'm clean. My hat is hanging on today. Garland and Aiyuk are back. Jimmy's got a center he's used to working with. Aiyuk's his safety blanket. Big A, I'm looking for Jimmy to throw over 400 yards this week easily. What are you thinking?
Well, first of all, Rumbo, our line got to step up.
O-line
Okay.
or D-line?
Yeah, our O-line have to step up for Jimmy to throw for the amount of yards that you're saying.
Hey, it makes it hard if you don't got one.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Rumbo? I was thinking Arizona let go this guy named Hakeem Butler.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else mentioned him the other day, too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 6'5", Rumbo, 215 pounds.
I know.
He need a change of, he need another team, man, and I think we should give him a try, man. He's a 4.48,
I know. He was like, everybody wanted to draft him last year. Big A, you know what his problem was? He was dropping the ball. He couldn't make the ball. He couldn't catch. I wonder, though, if he could just stay on a jugs machine for, like, the rest of the year. Every week, Hakeem, you got to put an hour in on the jugs, man. That's in the contract. I mean, daily. You could develop hands. I really believe that. Maybe.
You don't think Shanahan can get him right?
If anybody can, it probably is Kyle. I'd like to see him in camp. Give him a look. We ain't got nothing to lose at this point because all of our guys were dropping like flies. You got Jalen Hurd. I don't know if Jalen Hurd's ever going to be. He looks like the kind of guy that's going to get hurt.
Oh, my goodness.
He could be the next Jason Verrett, which is a really scary thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like Jalen Hurd,
Love him. The dude would have been awesome if he could just stay healthy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I think Aiyuk gonna be okay, man. And
yeah, I do too.
I think we're gonna win this game, just like the other caller said. And Jimmy just gonna have to step up, man. Step his game up, man, and stop playing scared, man. And I like Jimmy. Going back to what the other caller said, he was saying that a lot of Niner fans was against Jimmy, and he was calling them fake fans. But I disagree with that because fans have the right to express their opinions about teams. That doesn't mean that they're fake fans.
That's true.
The fans just want what's best for the team. We as Niner fans, we just hate losing, man.
Yeah.
And we just want Jimmy to step up, man. Yeah. We sometimes we get in our feelings. We just want him to step up, man.
Yeah, and granted, he when Jimmy makes a mistake, it's usually just really bad. But when he's on, he's like straight money. But he can't do that one week and be the other Jimmy. He goes from good Jimmy to bad Jimmy, but there's too many bad Jimmys. He's got to get rid of the bad Jimmy games. Until then, every time he has a bad Jimmy game, he's going to get traded. He's going to get cut.
Yep.
He's going to get called bust. Yep. He's trash. And that's the way it is with him. That's either be perfect or get trashed.
Yep. You call him, you said it right the other night, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You don't know which Jimmy you're going to get,
Yeah.
But we need to have him consistent, Rumbo.
Yeah.
If you're going to be, games,
if you're going to be a franchise quarterback, you got to be consistent.
Yes.
That's what the franchise quarterback is.
Yes, sir.
He's pretty much the same every time.
Yes.
So Jimmy's got to get into that. So,
Yes. Yeah, but we need everybody on. But we need everybody, playing, on the same page. But I don't understand what's up with this Dante Johnson character. I mean, why we keep him on the roster, man? I don't understand, man. He messed up in the last game. He allowed that guy to come in and block the punt.
I would have fined him. I'd be the worst guy. I doubt you got to pay a fine for that, man. What the hell was you doing, man? What were you doing?
Yeah. I don't know, man. This guy, man, and Dante Pettis, Dante Johnson, man. I think next year the guys will be gone, man.
Yeah, they will, because there's gonna be other talent that can place them anyway.
No purpose, bro.
Yeah. But fam, Big A, we gonna have to go. We're out of time. I'm gonna see if you get a chance. Get back in here Friday, will you?
Hey, Ronbo, it's a pleasure being here with you, man. And
thanks,
we
man.
love you, bro.
Thanks. Pleasure's mine,
man.
fam. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Thanks.
man. You too, bro.
All right. I said, hey, Rebel D says, hey, I was on the line, but I will catch up with you another time. Everybody, don't worry. Jimmy will light it up this week. Go Niners. Rebel D, thanks, fam. I know, right? But you know what? It won't be appreciated. Everybody say, oh, come on, it's the Jets. So Jimmy's actually under a lot of pressure. If he doesn't light him up, he's got real trouble. It's James. James, come on in, man.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, man?
I've seen better days, James. I don't like losing like that. But you know, James, as I look back at that score, you got D. Hopkins on the field. You got Kyler Murray running everywhere, and we can't touch him. If he does, we get a flag. I get to thinking, you know, as bad as they played, only losing by 4, with what they did to them, I guess no need to panic. But what are you thinking?
Well, I'm not going to panic, and I've seen it before, you know, where, you know, they in '94, they did the same thing. They played, I think it was Washington, and they came out and lost. I think it was the third game, and it was a game they were expected to win, and they just stunk it up. Montana stunk it up.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Sunday, he stunk it up.
Yeah.
And so did the rest of the team.
Yeah.
He didn't have a lot of help because I know Dante Pettis, I had high hopes for him.
We all did. Well, some of us.
That game started, and what I seen from him, I seen a signal from Kyle on the sideline. When we had a 3rd and 4, Dante pushed the cornerback in 2.5 yards and stopped and looked back at Jimmy. And Jimmy threw the ball to him. Now, if you're a receiver, you're supposed to see those big red markers on the sideline to let you know where you're at, how far you need to go, how far you need to have your body in line with that big red marker that those officials have on the sideline in the little black and white little uniforms. Okay? And when he did that, Kyle dropped that Surface tablet and was walking with it. And I could see the expression from the hat, like, oh, you are so out of here, pal. You just do not know. Whoever calls him needing receiver. And he could do a package deal. He could tell him, listen, you'll get 2 Dantes and one trade. Okay? Dante Pettis and Dante Johnson. Okay? Because they stunk it up Sunday, but I take it as a grain of salt because it's a long season still yet. And, you know, I mean, some things were happening kind of weird. I'm not going to stand here and say that maybe, you know, the smoke and the dealing with the
environment. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that didn't have a lot to do with it. You know, I'm not making no excuses, but what I do know, we lost by 4 points. It wasn't pretty to see that, but I know that
you feel better. Feel good about the fact they played the worst football they played in over a year. James, one question though before you go any further. I want to know though, is Kyle going to do to Dante what he did last year, or do you think he'll give him one more look? Because you see, last year Dante proved to Kyle that he wasn't worthy, that he had no balls, that he would not put himself in harm's way to make a catch. Do you think Kyle's going to look at him this week the same way he did last week and say, when somebody's going to ask him at the end of the game, you know, Dante Pettis only got two occasions today. Really? Well, that's my fault. I guess I'll have to make sure that doesn't happen again. Remember last year when that happened? Could we be seeing that as early as this week?
We could be, because I'm telling you, the way I looked at the hat, he had a real unraveling demeanor on his shoulders, like, you know, like he was through with Dante, man, because first of all, you're a receiver that you're paid, you're trained to know if you're in the huddle and it's 3rd and 3, you are a receiver. Okay, if the ball is possibly going to come to you, make sure that you go to the marker or beyond it. Do not stop in front of it or short of it. And that's what he did. And Kyle looked at it like, nah, man, you ain't got it. It was a block. there was a block on another play. He just like he whiffed on the play. I seen Sherman. Sherman could have actually stopped Kyler Murray from making that running touchdown. He had him right there to tackle him. He didn't want to extend his shoulders out and possibly tear up a pec or something. You know?
But Sherman, you know he's hurt, right? Sherman may have been feeling that calf because you know how he is. He won't come and tell Coach I'm hurt. He'll stay right out there and not do any good. So,
well, I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, man. I know. I tell you one thing, and I know you got to go. I'm praying that we see. Hopefully, Jason Verrett can get healthy, man. Because who knows, though? Maybe a Keller Witherspoon will show us something. But Dante Johnson, look, man. I mean, it's going to be what it is, man.
Yeah, they're both not going to play this weekend. Protocol. Keller Witherspoon is in concussion protocol. I don't know how he got there. And Verrett, he'll never heal up again. If he does, he'll be for 5 minutes. James, we see him Friday, though, okay?
All right, man. Ronbo, thank you for what you do, the platform you and your staff provide. Be well, be blessed, mask up with gloves on, protect yourselves, everyone in the Empire and the faithful, and Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Hey,
see you Friday by God's will. Good night.
All right. Good to hear from you. All right. Good night, James. Hey, Eli.
What's fucking Ronbo? Ooh la la, my ass. Ooh la la. Man, Ronbo. Man, it was my birthday on Saturday, and I want these damn Niners to win on Sunday. What do I get? A bad taste of it.
We get a strange, badly played game. I mean, really just unready for primetime 49ers. Got a whooping.
Well, not that bad, but
I know,
you know what, Rumble? It was a boring ass game. I gotta say, man.
Yeah,
it was
because we weren't doing anything on offense.
Yeah. Running and on just Mostert.
We got one moment. Everything else seemed like they was working so hard. Every play, they was just working so hard. They can't get it done. 3 and out. What is with no conversions on third downs? What happened to you?
Nothing.
Oh, man.
Nothing. I was getting frustrated. I said, you know what? I got to turn this thing off. Hopefully, if I turn it off at the end of the day, I will see that they will win. But not even America will do that. But anyway. But my birthday was real good, though, man. My wife got me a cake. Actually, my stepdaughter, she got me a 49er cake. It was beautiful, man.
Those are always awesome.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. And my last name with the jersey. Huh?
It looks so good you don't want to cut it.
Exactly. Yeah. It was beautiful. I'm going to put it up there so you can see it. And, besides that, I mean, what's up with Dante? Are we going to keep that full night? Because, man,
did you say Dante?
Dante.
Because we have two Dante. We have two Dante problems coming up Sunday.
You know,
Pettis
I just said
and
more
Johnson.
number one then. More number one is Dante
Pettis.
Pettis. I'm telling you, man.
I'm done with Dante. You can feel good. If Aiyuk is back, Dante sits. He ain't coming in. It'll be Dante.
No, he's not coming back.
It'll be Aiyuk on one side. Probably Sanu's not going to start. It'll probably be Kendrick on the other side. And I'm not sure it's going to be in the slot. I figure it's got to be Taylor. I can't imagine him and Jimmy having problems for a second week.
Now that you say Sanu, I heard Kyle saying that he might put him in there for one and then to try him out. I don't know if he will or not because he knows his play. So Sanu. So he'll probably play him once and see how he works. That's what I thought I heard from him.
No, you might be right.
The media was testing him.
Yeah, I could see that. Because he does say Sanu could play Sunday because he knows the whole route tree and what the 49ers like to do.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I agree.
So,
Taka Kale, you get your one warning.
He does that.
Well, hold it. This is your last time. The next time you come in here and start with the spamming, I'm going to get rid of you, okay? Because I'm looking for it. All I need is one opportunity. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you tell them what time it is, Ronbo. You tell them what time. These people, they don't have no team.
I get tired of warning
like Ronbo does. Ronbo is number one. Ronbo.
Thanks,
Hit the line if you're gonna be a jerk ups, man. Come on now. Right, Ronbo?
Guerrero,
Man,
you know what I got to do, Guerrero? Since your birthday was Saturday, it's like a belated birthday song. We got to do the birthday song for you, man, because you're my main dude, man.
Will you please?
I got to do it.
I will appreciate that.
I was thinking I want to bother you with it, but we got to. All
that.
right, are you ready? Wait, let me get some of my juice here.
Oh my God. The monster drink.
Happy Niners birthday for Guerrero. Happy Niners birthday, Guerrero. Happy, don't worry about the 49ers, they'll be fine after game 2. Guerrero. Go, so he comes. Get ready, man. Get ready. I ain't done yet. Happy Niners! Birthday to you.
Yeah, Ronbo.
Guerrero.
That was good. But I appreciate that, man. Ronbo. Yeah,
my pleasure,
so much
fam.
energy in you, man.
I know it's kind of sick. Nobody knows it's in that cup. Hey, Guerrero, I see you Friday. Bring your score, and I bet you it's going to be right. 49ers are going to play 2 games like that in a row. For people who don't know.
Ronbo, 15-1. That's it.
There you go. Right I can see him going off like that. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Ronbo.
You
have a great night, and thank you for platform, man. You take care.
Thank you, my man.
We always love you guys, man. And my fans, too.
All right,
Take
fam.
care, man.
Hey, peace out, fam. Good night. Oh, God. And Big Steve. Big Steve.
Ronbo.
Steve.
Here we are again.
Man, I ain't heard from you in a while, bruh. What you been up to?
Oh, man, just, same old, working, gym, life.
Mm-hmm. And wouldn't it be nice?
It's been too long, man. I said, I got to call Ronbo.
Yeah,
We're back now.
Saying? Yeah, you got to check in, man.
We're back now.
Think it's going to be okay. A lot of people already gave up on a few 49ers, me included. I've got about 3 guys. I'm done with Dante Pettis. I don't want to hear about Jason Verrett. And Solomon T's gotten on my last nerve, too. He was supposed to look good this week. This was his game. He's fast. He would have been perfect. The anti-Kyler Murray. But no. He doesn't even get on the stat book. I said, Dante, man. I mean, Solomon, where you at, man? So, we got some guys that are not ready to be real 49ers, But what are you thinking?
Oh, man. I mean, where was the whole team Sunday?
Yeah, well, yeah, then there's that.
It didn't feel like the same lineup from last year. It didn't. I didn't feel like they were hungry like they were last year.
Right.
They came out swinging. We were up 10 points, 10 zip. And then, again, it was. You know what it reminded me of, dude, really? It reminded me of watching the Super Bowl. Because there we are.
I did,
it was one of our last drives.
And lost in the fourth quarter.
Drive. Yeah, I mean, it was like deep in the fourth quarter, and we were on a drive, and we were moving the ball. What does Shanahan do? He passes the ball for 3 downs in a row, brings up 4th down. I said, what are we doing, Kyle? This is the same problem. And he's been doing this. And it wasn't just the Super Bowl. This has been a problem with Shanahan. He throws the ball when he should be running it. I have Raheem Mostert on fantasy. Raheem's dream. He put up like 32 points in that game. Just give him the ball, dude. Let him do what he does. When you're that close, we could have. That was such an easily winnable game. The fact that we threw it away, man, that was a shame.
I know. I think he. You
That's
know
on us.
what? He may have ran out of. Could Kyle Shanahan actually run out of plays? I mean, what are you doing, Kyle?
I don't think so. I mean, it's Kyle Shanahan. I don't think so. I mean,
I know,
think
right?
that his playbook is probably one of the most extensive playbooks in the NFL. I think it's just, he gets in that mindset where he wants to pass the ball. And again, now you got Jimmy G out there, and he doesn't have his receivers. He's got Trent Taylor. Was Jalen Hurd out there?
Taylor was out there. Him and Jimmy have not gotten back to what they once were.
No,
they got some work to do.
And we didn't have Deebo. We didn't have Brandon Aiyuk.
Kendrick. He missed Kendrick, though. He should have. Kendrick made one bad play where he should have went back to the ball. But Kendrick was standing by himself. Jimmy, I don't know if it was the offensive line, but what I do know, Steve, which is unfortunate because I believe in Jimmy a lot, he does get rattled under pressure. They were starting to beat him up, and the receivers were having a little problem getting loose, but he wasn't seeing the ones that were open. And that worries me because that's what happened in the Super Bowl. George Kittle was wide open a couple of times, and Jimmy didn't see him because the offensive line he was getting rattled, and he'd made up his mind who he was going to throw to before the ball was even snapped. Jimmy, relax.
I know what you're talking about because I remember at least one of those plays. It's probably, I know you said there was a couple plays. I know there was one. I saw George open. I'm like, he's a wide open dude, and he didn't see him. He was looking the other way, and I'm like, bro. And it's like he doesn't see his first receiver, and now it's like it's almost like he's regressing. Now he lost that traction that he had when they were having those game-winning the drives and they were winning games back to back last season. You get in that rhythm, and plus I don't want to make excuses for them because every team went through it. But the whole COVID thing, and they didn't get to practice the way they would normally practice. We had no preseason. Still, though, I think it was the fact that he didn't have his receivers around him. And I mean, he took Emmanuel Sanders away, no Deebo. He said himself, Brandon Aiyuk is his new comfort blanket.
Safety blanket. Safety blanket, something
like
that.
And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see Brandon Aiyuk out there and see what it's all about and see what Jimmy's talking about. Oh, they're going to light it up, and then I find out he's not playing. I'm like, Deebo's out.
Yeah, Ayuk's that kind of guy. You don't have to hit him right in the numbers for him to make a catch. And that's the kind of guy Jimmy's going to need.
Oh.
It's like, it's just one of those things where they have to get used to some other guys. Steve, we're out of time already, I'm being told. Okay, Steve, get back Friday since you're back. I'll see you for the scores, all right?
Oh, for sure. For sure, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
It was good talking to you, brother. Much love, man.
Great to hear from you.
In soon.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, man. You too.
Big Ham.
Ronbo, how's it going today, Ronbo?
Oh, be okay. If I knew that we was going to package up Dante Pettis and Solomon T and see if we can go ahead and throw Dante Johnson a deal, but don't do that because they won't take the deal. And go ahead and get, I'll take a third-round draft pick for all three. I'm going to give you a bargain. Oh, I can't stand it. I can understand a player making mistakes this week, and maybe he was good last week. He's going to be good week the next week. But don't be that same dude week after week for a couple of years. Come on, Dante. Solomon T. Oh, you've been working so hard. Do something with it. So, But we do have Garland back. Aiyuk's coming back this week. We should get some exciting football. But what do you think, Bingham?
Ronbo, I was not impressed with week 1.
No. It wasn't nothing to be impressed about.
I'm not gonna put it on the players as much as the coaching. And I might want to go as far as to say the management this go round, Ronbo. We gave up DeForest Buckner to get this guy that didn't even play week 1, who's supposed to be Buckner's replacement.
Javon.
So he wasn't a week 1 replacement. We knew we needed receivers. We knew that. We knew we needed some speed, especially with you letting E-Man walk and Marquise Goodwin. Come on, man. We needed a Jerry Jeudy or a CeeDee Lamb or something. I don't even right now I'm kind of wondering why did we get Kinlaw when we had guys like D. Jones and, the other guys coming back. So I thought when we gave up default that, hey, well, maybe they making room to, get these other guys a piece of the pie, and that way we can get a receiver or two in the first round. But didn't go like that. So we're at this point right now.
And BM, did you see where actually Ruggs is like, he's already fallen right into place for the Raiders. Ruggs, they're building the offense around him. After one game, he got hurt, but he came back out there.
Famous Jerry Jeudy. Famous Jerry Jeudy. Famous CeeDee Lamb. I'm just saying, man, we need
we haven't seen our guy yet.
We got young.
We haven't seen our guy yet.
We haven't.
Let's see what Aiyuk looks like Sunday.
Wouldn't it been nice if we had two rookie wide receivers that we could probably, would have been able to lean on?
But you got Deebo.
I mean,
and that's why.
You got Deebo.
Yeah. And he's a playmaker.
I mean, I'm not pushing the panic button. I don't think nobody should push the panic button. But I told you last year, Ronbo, we're just gonna have problems with this dude, Kyler Murray. I told you that.
No, I knew it. I didn't want to play him game one. Did not want nothing to do with the Cardinals in game one. God.
But you know what? I'm kind of glad we did. I'm glad we did. So now we know what to expect for any scrambling QB that we may run into. Yeah. And I haven't really looked deep off into the schedule, but I know we're gonna have some trials and tribulations coming up. Hey, I'm not too keen on what's going on with Sherm, so I don't know, man. I don't know.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Just 3 weeks without Sherm?
Yep.
Like, what's wrong with him?
The calf. He strained it.
So who's the next three opponents? You got the Jets, the Giants, and who?
Eagles.
Ooh.
You know what though? The Eagles look like butt. I don't know if the Eagles is going to be all that. They might improve between now and week 4. They got a whooping.
Yeah,
and they shouldn't have.
Walk it to them. Wentz can walk it now. He still can get it done. But I got faith in our guys. But hey, man, I've been here listening to everybody talk. Dante Johnson, Dante Pettis. Hey, man, get them gone. Get them gone.
You can't get nothing for them, man. You could take them to a flea market and wouldn't be able to sell them.
Get them gone, Ronbo. We got to get rid of them. They got to go. They got to go.
I agree.
They got to go, man. I know you got to go, but they really got to go. You know what I'm saying?
BM, you on the road right now?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm in Texas, man. I'm out here
in Texas. All right. BM, you go ahead. Be careful out there. I'll get a chance. Call in Friday. Give me your score prediction.
All right, I will do, man. You be easy, man.
You too, fam. Thanks, BM. Appreciate you, fam. Have a good night. There he goes. BM's got one of those luxurious cabs in that truck. But curtains and everything else, man. All right, let's go. Emilio.
What's happening?
Oh, Emilio, man, it's like, you know how we do. We can't lose a game without all the lights getting turned off and there ain't no hot water, When they're crying like crazy. Hey, because we got spoiled from last year. We expect the 49ers to compete. I mean, they wanted to compete on Monday, man. They just made everybody mad. So, we got to go through this. And if we win the next 3 games in a row, we'll get over game 1. But right now, boy, everybody's mad. Dante Pettis' name is in everybody's mouth, and it ain't nothing nice. And then we got Dante Johnson to replace Richard Sherman. That is not a replacement. That is frightening. And you got Jimmy G, who doesn't know who he is. He's got to work some things out with his receivers. But at least, one good thing, Garland's back. Aiyuk is back Sunday. And maybe that'll make a little difference. Good God almighty. What are you thinking?
Well, I can say this much. All quarterbacks suck. You watch everybody say, no, they don't. I'm going to tell you why. It's up to the receiver to make these guys great.
Yeah.
You look at every quarterback, they've all had receivers that can make incredible catches.
Mm-hmm.
If these dudes don't fight for the ball, the quarterback's gonna look bad.
Make sure,
That's why I
hey, wait a
say
minute.
I'm
Joseph
all
Smiley,
quarterbacks.
pay attention as Emilio speaks the truth. See, because like Tom Brady, remember last year how he sucked? Bad receivers. Anybody tell me, they say quarterback make the receiver good. No, they don't. Receiver better be
No, it's
talented.
the other way around. The receiver makes the quarterback look good. That if you don't see that and you don't understand that, you honestly don't know football. Because of course you can say, "Oh, the quarterback has to get it to you there." Yeah, but once he gets it to you there, the receiver has to catch the ball. I don't care if it's a one-handed catch. If it hits you in the numbers, you got to catch that ball. Once he catches that ball, he's not. It's rare for a quarterback to throw 70 yards down the field. He could throw it 10 yards. Who's making them 70-plus yards to get to the end zone? Like same thing with Mostert. When he threw that Jimmy didn't throw that ball 76 yards. He got the 76 yards because Raheem Mostert
ran it forever.
It's the yak yards.
22 miles an hour.
It's the yak. The catches, the yards after catch. So that's what makes quarterbacks great. It ain't the passes that throwing the ball in the end zone, and it's just the yards you get after the catch what makes these great. So in that case, like I said, all quarterbacks are crap. It's up to the receiver to make these guys great. So that's the reason. That's basically, like I say, the reason we kind of lost there, because these guys are not catching the ball. That's the same problem we had last year. Until we got Sanders, what happened? Everybody started catching balls. It just took one guy. Of course, it could take one guy here, but we had the same issue. We have no receivers. They can't catch.
It's hard. Shanahan's been looking for receivers ever since he got to San Francisco. This is like every year we had an army of receivers before the season started. Now we had to go get Sanu in week 2. Emilio, in week 2 we're going to get another receiver.
We were gonna get. We got a court. What's the difference? It's just in last year. Was it week 4 when we got a receiver?
Was it that early?
We had the same. We had the same issue game 1 and game 2 last year. We actually did. They couldn't catch. Dante got us out of that game against the Steelers, but them dudes couldn't catch last year. It didn't make no difference. It just one game. We got a receiver a game sooner than we did last year. They can't catch. The only guy that was able to catch was Deebo. That was it. Everybody else was horrible. So what's the difference now? We don't have no receivers until we see what Aiyuk can do. Other than that, we have no receivers on this team. You can say Trent Taylor, not like I said. They haven't been playing for 2 years, a year, whatever it is. We have no receiver. We haven't had a receiver since T.O.
You know what? We always have to go fall back on that. Well, Anquan Bolden wasn't bad.
Because it's true. Honestly, when was the last time we actually had a good receiver? Crabtree wasn't consistent. He would always drop passes too. We honestly had, the only other one that we had consistent was Bolden. But other than that, like I said, honestly, to be having all around threat wide receiver was T.O.
They really are. Because Bolden was a possession receiver. Yeah. So that's why I kind of agree with trading for OBJ, but don't come over here crying and whining and being OBJ. Just don't. Just do your job, man. Everything ain't wrong.
The only way I see we get Odell is that you have to give him a prove it deal. I know the Browns would want so much from him. It's just, to me, it's not worth it. You actually would have to get him on a prove it deal. If they cut him or whatever, we actually have to get him on a prove it deal because if he starts doing bad, it's going to bring the whole morale on that team, especially.
And then he's going to start complaining and asking to be traded. They'd want a first-round pick for him, I bet, too.
I don't know what they want. It don't matter what they want. There's no point in getting Odell. Like I said, they should have just signed. They should have just signed Sanders. We would have been better off. All you had to do was sign Sanders, but they didn't want to. Well, actually, not that they didn't want to. He wanted a little more money than the 49ers were offering.
They complained like they couldn't. We're out of time. Hey, good point, though. Boy, that's so true. The receiver needs to be talented, too. It can't be just one or the other. It's got to be both.
Yeah, you can see when but hold on, when you see when Deebo fights for the ball, who made that catch behind the play? Wasn't it Deebo that cut? Yeah, exactly. See, that's exactly what I'm saying.
See, that's how
you
you
make
that's
catches
how you
like
do it.
that. I was like, you can't say Jimmy can't catch the ball like that. Who's catching Deebo? So exactly that. That proves my point right there. Even when Odell makes them incredible one-hand catches, It's not. It wasn't Eli making them catches. It was Odell. So
Yeah, that's true. Because the ball was
you need
overthrown.
receivers.
There you go. All right,
So
Emilio.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, like I said, ball overthrown, underthrown.
Receivers go
make the
get
play.
it. Yeah. All right. All right, Emilio. Always good to hear from you, fam. I'll see you Friday. I wish, if you got a chance.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Night. Yes, indeed. Jesus. Hey, Frank, come on in. Frank?
Hey, Ronbo.
Frank, what's up? We got the Jets coming up, and we got a wounded ego. But I still say Garland's back. Aiyuk is back. There is hope. But what are you thinking?
Yeah. Sounds good, Ronbo. I'm shout out to you though, Ronbo.
Thanks
for the platform and everything, man. But
pure pleasure.
that's why, Ronbo. That's why I think, Ronbo, preseason is important, man.
Oh, it's so
important.
You know,
I think we got some little wrinkles we need to iron out.
Oh,
so,
and use a hot
week
iron.
one loss. Yeah, I think preseason is important, but all to say that though, we got the Jets. It should be an easy win, but I think the Jets will every week they're gonna get tougher and tougher. Like these next 3-4 games is winnable, but you gotta look at it, man. Every team gunning for us. Like I said, I think we was doing too much talking. You know what I'm saying? As far as the revenge tour. You know what I'm saying? Like teams gonna look at teams. But teams look at that as just go ahead.
They might, but if you're in the Super Bowl, you could have been quiet as a mouse. Teams are coming after you. You're the Super Bowl. You represented NFC West. Every team is going to come in and play their best football. And the bad thing is, the Kyler Murray, they didn't really play their best football, but they did outlast the 49ers. But ain't nobody going to play the 49ers and say, oh, it's just the 49ers. No. Target is on that back.
Yeah, that's true. But I think we put that target there, though.
No.
Like I said, I know now.
Who won the Super Bowl last year? Who won the Super Bowl last year?
Kansas City.
No. Year before last. Rams. Rams was NFC champs, right? New Orleans.
The Rams was NFC
and the Rams.
champs.
Rams got, everybody bought their best game. And the Rams don't talk no mess. They never did. But everybody came to play them like they was playing a Super Bowl team. So that's just the way it is. That's natural. We played the Rams tough. Couldn't wait to play them.
Yeah, that can be true. That can be true too. I'm just saying, me personally, that's what I think. That Father, even when Mostert was talking about, at this press conference, I think before the season, was saying, we guaranteed going to the Super Bowl. We're gonna win it all. You get what I'm saying, man? When you talk like that, you gotta be able to back it up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you need to believe in yourself.
You gotta back it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, you can believe, but you gotta, you gotta make sure you back it up. You get what I'm saying? So
that's true.
I said it's week one. You know what I'm saying? It's early. My thing is enough talking and go. Y'all on the paper, we got the roster to win the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We know we got talent. Just go out there and just play y'all game, man. This right here, I want to see how we bounce back. From week one, I want to see how we bounce back right here.
Yeah,
so we should come out angry, mad, and dominate.
And shame.
You know what I'm saying? And destroy them. And destroy them. So I hope that we do. And, we want to see what happens, man. I'm just the type, enough talking, go out there and handle business. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Just go out there and handle business. Everybody have a good game. Everybody go out there and handle business. And, we'll see what the chips may fall. So
and make Dante
that's my take on it.
And make Dante Pettis, please, coach, don't put him in the game. Just let him. He don't want to play anyway. Just let him sit down.
Hey.
Oh, man. Anyway,
they should tell Dante, man, look, man, if you're not gonna produce on the field, don't get on this plane. You gotta use the Tyronn Lue quote. Or so the Lakers, the Cleveland that year they won the championship. Yeah. You don't believe you can win, don't get on this plane. God. So that is, if you don't believe if you're not gonna produce on this field, don't get on the plane.
Let him come on over. give him a job. He don't have to play, but make him hand out, pick up the laundry and stuff or something. Because he's getting paid a rookie contract. He's got to you got to use him anyway because he's getting paid too much. So Dante, just make sure keep things cleaned up over here somewhere, will you please? And you ain't got to put the uniform on. Just keep busy.
We will see. I know you got a lot of calls, Ronbo. I'm not gonna hold you, man. I love you, man. Thanks, you again, man, for the platform. Shout out to all the Empire, PNT, and Nana, Mike, Jay, all them guys, man. Everybody, man. Shout out to all y'all guys. I love everybody. Output. Dion, Mail, everybody. There's a lot of things. But, everybody have a good night, Empire. I love y'all. And keep listening on, Ronbo. When you come back on Friday, right?
Be back Friday. And have your score ready Friday. Think about it.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll call back. Okay, cool. Okay, Ronbo.
Good night, Frank.
Okay. All right, good night. Okay.
And that's Steph from the Duke. Hey, Steph.
Hey, yo.
Steph, here we are again. Now, we had gotten over this as we went through a couple of years when you were just entering high school, and we were getting our butt handed to us each and every week. And finally, last year, we got ourselves together. And now, in game one, it was horrifying. It brought back memories. But Steph, they're still got the same personnel. So it's just a matter of time. Good teams often start off like this, so maybe they'll be okay. As I keep saying, my happy point, Garland, Aiyuk are back. That's the only thing I can say.
That's definitely a plus. Yeah. Definitely a plus. What I'm thinking is, I thought about last year, and I thought about how we started off hot, right?
Yes,
we went
smoking
undefeated all the way up until week 9, week 10, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I think this time around, we're starting off a little, off,
cold.
But I feel like by playoffs and hopefully Super Bowl that we'll have the energy needed because of this slow start we had. Does that make sense?
I like
Maybe
it.
This is a good thing.
Look at it that way.
A good thing in the long run.
Yeah.
Where we're not fully, where we're not going to get burnt out later in the season, and where we're going to be full health, hopefully. So, and also on Sherman, actually, I was watching Jimmy Ward's presser, maybe a week back during practice, one of the practice days, and Sherman actually went down, I think, with the same issue, but they didn't. You know how Sherman is; he plays it off. He's not going to,
Yeah.
So I think it came back around to get him. So I think he tried to play through it, but it probably re-aggravated. And so I think he'll be okay. I sit him as long as needed. I mean, we had some easy weeks coming ahead, as they should be easy. And let's see what Akella got. I mean,
Akella comes out of protocol probably next week. So I guess it doesn't take 2 weeks to come out of protocol, I don't think, unless it's real serious. So he may play this weekend. I can't imagine that, though. They say today he went into protocol. So what? What did he
went
run
in
into?
there today.
Well, he didn't play during the game, right? So when did they didn't say anything about him going into concussion protocol before the game started? So he had to have done it within the last couple of days. I'm figuring.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, and then in terms of Kittle, sit him as long as possible. I don't need to rush Kittle back.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's true.
I mean, if you play the Giants and Jets, then that should be a good opportunity to see what we have with these receivers we have. We got Jordan Reed. We have.
And I want to see
enough tight ends to go by.
I want to see the new guy too. And you got Ross Dwelly. Ross he'll be fine. You got Warner. I'm definitely wanting to see this guy Warner, because he's a blue collar guy and he can catch, right? So you get Warner in there.
Yeah.
You got Dwelly, and you got Jordan Reed. For God's sakes, George does not have to play.
He does not need to rush. Yeah, I tell George, you know what? Sit your ass down until you're fully ready to go. And plus, I mean,
he'd hate it.
Is it going to even be a good thing if Jimmy can't, get his stuff together? Which I think he will by next week. I trust Jimmy.
I do too. Yeah.
And I think by the end of next week he'll start getting into a groove, and he's just too good not to, in my opinion.
Steph, It's like I said, I did not want to play the Cardinals in game one. I knew it was a bad thing. I watch us look at the 49ers this weekend. We'll say, oh, okay. Well, how come they look so normal this week? It's the Cardinals, Stev. It's a bad matchup. If we see them in an NFC title game, I'm going to lose my mind. God. Here we go. We're going to play our worst football now because it's the Cardinals.
They're good, but you can't win in the NFL depending on two players on offense. So I think they're good, but how long will that last? Well, if Hopkins goes out, what happens then?
And what if you scheme to take him out of the game? That's what to do.
Exactly.
Belichick would.
And that's what pisses me off. We didn't do anything, it seemed like, to scheme anything. I mean, as far as I was watching the game, I thought it should have been an easy scheme to, insert, just at least not stop, but contain of what happened to us, because that was just pure bad on the coaching part, on Saleh's part.
Yeah, he trusts those guys too much to take care of themselves. You're going to have to do something about D. Hopkins. I don't care about everybody else's receivers, but when it comes to Hopkins, you got to get him some help. Whoever's dealing with him, get some double team him. Make the rest of those guys beat you.
All right.
I agree.
And last thing, Ron, before I go, I'll make it quick. Pettis, I had high hopes for him, and I mean, let's say this, I had high hopes for him, knowing that there wasn't really anybody to, insert in the depth chart rather than him, but we do now, and that's Juwan Jennings. Yeah. And I mean, if now ain't the time, then when is? Because listen, Kyle, get over yourself. You missed on draft selection, okay? And if there was a week where any wide receiver was going to step up to the plate, it would have been last week.
There you go.
Know who did? Kendrick Bourne.
I know.
And that's who deserves to be in the depth chart.
And he's probably going
Dante was nowhere to be seen on a week that he should have.
Oh, Steph, we got to go. I'm gonna have that score ready Friday, and we'll be looking for you. Okay.
Awesome, Ronbo. Catch you later. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph. Night. And 425, you're in Washington. Hello.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
Yes. And who is this?
All right. My name's Alex.
Alex. Hi, Alex. Well, Alex.
Hello.
Alex, we're sort of like looking at we're looking at the wounds. We're seeing Sherman's out for 3 weeks. We're seeing George Kittle is the walking wounded. We have a Kittle Witherspoon who's in protocol. Jason Verrett is not going to come to our rescue. Dante Johnson. Yeah. This sounds terrible, doesn't it? Let me stop. What are you thinking? What are we going to do here?
I really don't know. It's like next to Mosley. Maybe Akello's ready to go by concussion protocol. Dante Johnson scares me every time I see his name.
Terrifying.
Roster.
Yeah.
For Kittle, as long as he's ready to go, play him. He's Kittle.
Do you think it's necessary, though? What if the 49ers are moving the ball well early on with just Juice out there blocking and maybe Dwelly doing a guy? We got the kid, Warner. They say he's really fabulous at blocking. What if we just work those guys, and if it looks like we're not doing well, then you bring George in?
Yeah, I think Jordan Reed should have a big blocking impact. Warner and Dwelly.
He doesn't need a block. He just needs to get the ball. Get out there and break some ankles like he likes to do, and get him the ball.
Yes. Yeah, and Kyle, what I'm saying is, Kyle, we need to do more bootlegs because I don't know how many bootlegs we did in week one.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see many.
Kittle was, and if we did more bootlegs, I think Kittle and Jordan Reed and whoever was on the bootlegs would succeed.
Kyle's.
We'd get yards.
There's no play action.
Yeah.
Especially when the offensive line is having a day.
Yes.
Kyle, stop standing him there and let him move. He's got. Some people think Jimmy can't move because of Kyle's calls. I've seen Jimmy move. He can move. Let him move.
Yeah. Yeah. Jimmy can move. If he wants to, though.
Yeah, he's one
But
thing about it.
I'm
He's
glad
loyal.
that we got. I'm glad that we got Garland and Aiyuk back this week. We must need them.
It's really important.
Like the right side of the line, they were getting smacked by the Cardinals left side. Their D line.
It's funny if you got a center. They're used to playing. Those guys are all used to playing with Garland. You and of course Weston Richburg. Your center goes, and I didn't realize how important that was for the 49ers. There was no real continuity with Grassut. They don't know him. An offensive line is as good as its vintage is. As long as they're together for a while, they know what each other's going to do. They know how to move. There's chemistry, exactly. So man, come on, let's get Garland back in.
Brunskill was Brunskill the right guard or the center that game?
Right
guard. Was he like snapping balls over Jimmy's head?
They may have had it. Well, during practice, he was snapping the ball over Jimmy's head, so they knew better than to try to start him. But he was trying. But he's a guard. He's a tackle. He can do that well. Yeah.
Chandler Jones was shut down by Trent Williams. Trent Williams did a great job on him. I knew he was number one.
I know. Right? He got in one time, but that was it. And the play was over, kind of.
See that pancake?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The Trent pancake? Oof. Laid Jordan Hicks out.
Williams is a freak.
I saw that on the sweep to Kittle. Oof. Yeah.
That's how many pounds? That's 300 and what? Bam! I bet he heard a sound,
300
too.
something. That's it. Yeah. I saw it live, and I was like, oh.
Oh, God. Hey, what's your name again?
Alex.
Alex, yeah. That's Alex, yeah. Yeah, Alex, it's I bet you, as I said, I know I'm on target with it. We do not do well against the Cardinals.
No, we never do.
I just hope that next game they have a plan that they can play the Cardinals better. It's a matchup problem. Some of your great teams have a problem. Do you know the Dolphins used to have Tom Brady's number? Remember, they'd play every team, even their Super Bowl years. They'd play every team tough. But when it came to the Dolphins, one of the worst teams in the AFC, they would end up struggling. They might win, but it'd be a struggle. Yeah. This is our kryptonite. He's not Kyler Murray. He's kryptonite Murray. This is going to be a problem going on forward, too.
Oh. Yeah, he's a mobile QB. We just got to, contain him. We need to spot on him. And Hopkins got to double team.
And he throws good
we
passes.
We just shut them two down. Yeah.
Anyway, Alex, we're gonna go. Yeah. I'll see you Friday if you get a chance, huh? And don't let those Hawks fans bother you. Give them hell.
Oh God. I will.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, see you, dude. Thanks for letting me on.
Okay, Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis. 2 names. I got 2 names to feel good about, Ellis. I've got Garland and Aiyuk coming back this Sunday. I'm feeling I got it made now. I know the defense is going to be fine, even if Sherman ain't there. Look at me. I'm looking at the misery and pain. It's like, I don't know, Sherman wasn't looking like Sherman anyway. But now, Dante Pettis, Sherman could be on a crutch and a broke arm and still outplay Dante Pettis. But we ain't got nothing to worry about. We'll be okay. Am I right?
With an eye patch. With an eye patch. Throw an eye patch on Richard, and he's still he's still. We're gonna get more production out of him.
Oh,
Jesus.
Dang. They're gonna throw at him right away, Ellis. They're gonna throw on him on first down. Is that okay, guys? They've got Dante Pettis covering for Richard Sherman. We're gonna see if we can exploit that from the first snap. Oh.
Yeah, Dante Johnson, huh? Yeah, you talk about Johnson, huh? Shit, they one in the same. Jesus. Yeah. It's. I mean, what else? What extra added adversity do we need? How many more players do we need to go out? What other additional things do we need right now at this point, man? It's a blessing, though, in the midst of it all, that we still have the ability to perform at a high level and win games, even by a large margin. We have not lost any of our really key offensive players as of yet, except Deebo. Of course, he's not playing. We got Brandon just barely, looking like he may be coming back in. We needed Garland. Clearly that center position was a large blemish in our offensive production. And hopefully he's coming prepared and ready to play. Hopefully he can sustain, and hold it down in the front with the remains of our offensive line.
Yep.
To give our backs those holes they need, and Jimmy that time that he needs, man, and that confidence to be able to do his thing in the pocket. If Brandon Aiyuk comes, man, I think we'll have an explosive Sunday. I think it'll look real good, and it'll also lighten up the load on just the tension offensively, and we'll be able to kind of do more things. But we need somebody that we can depend on, man. I'm kind of feeling like we should have just paid Emmanuel, and maybe we wouldn't be having this damn problem.
Hindsight. Everybody's thinking the same thing.
He took a lesser amount of. The Saints got him for couple mil, but it wasn't nothing crazy. We could have afforded that.
But remember what he said though. He wanted to go with a team that likes to pass more because he wasn't crazy about being out on the blocks and supporting the run game. He wanted a team that passes the ball more. So
Yeah, he was thinking about himself.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, we're here now, so we can't cry over spilled milk. But
yeah.
I just know we wouldn't have been having to worry about as much as we did in week one. Hence, we at least had an Emmanuel Sanders to kind of break up the monotony a little bit. Maybe Kendrick would have caught a couple more passes and stuff like that. But these guys got to get targets. In order for them to be able to produce, they got to get the necessary targets. And if Jimmy's either not getting the ball there or he's not throwing to him and going through his pre-snap reads and progressions, even as he's dropping back, you're missing out on a lot of open players. I mean, the shit happened in the Super Bowl and several other games last year as well. You know what I mean? But he has to. That's another attribute that he's got to kind of get a little bit more sharpened with, so that he can take advantage of those opportunities. You know what I mean? I would hate to be a receiver and be wide open. I'm here in the end zone, or I got a wide open lane to where I can take it to the house for us, but he's not looking at me. How many times is that going to happen until Jimmy snaps out of it and says, okay, I'm not just saying I got to do better. I am going to do better, and really just take that ownership for it, so he can. And it'll give him a lot more. It'll give him that extra boost that he needs to kind of back people up off him a little bit. So hopefully he's doing his homework. And Kyle's, I don't know what was going on with the offense last week. It didn't seem like we were doing anything too dynamic. Maybe it's because there wasn't enough experience on the field. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to make excuses for him, but I'm having a hard time.
Don't make any excuses for him.
I'm having a
Kyle's
hard
been
time.
around here too long, and I don't know. You know what? He's got to get that team better prepared. We may see a different 49ers team this week. I still think the Cardinals are just going to be a problem for the 49ers forever. They make them look bad, and they make the game go into the fourth quarter. It's a battle all the way. Let's see what happens this weekend. They may look like something we remember. It's strange.
Yeah, because they gave us shit, man, last year, even without D-Hop, man, and now they got D-Hop,
right?
And it's crazy. So we'll be good though. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
we got to get
will.
ready, man. Hopefully Sherman comes back good. We got a few weeks. Thankfully we got these games, Ronbo, to where we don't have to worry about it being any real like crazy matchups and stuff like that. We should still be able to take advantage, even with lightening the load. If George Hintz is not ready to play, we should still run through them. We got
There you
Ross,
go.
we got Reed, we got Warner. So let's make it happen, y'all.
We should make it happen. All right,
Make it
fam.
happen.
I'm going to
All
see
right,
you
fellas.
Friday. Bring
Shout
that
out
score.
to you. Yeah, man, hit that like, subscribe. Yeah, y'all get ready for Friday. Shout out to the Niner faithful, man, and much love to you, brother Ronbo.
Thanks,
Always.
Ellis. Back at you, fam. All right.
Peace.
Night.
Peace.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up, man?
Kevin, man, we're just sitting here looking at the report today, and I did not expect this in the presser. I kind of knew Sanu was going to end up getting signed. I kind of figured Kyle's going to get Sanu. I was just joking when I said it, but yeah, he wouldn't got him. And then I hear about Sherman being hurt, George Kittle. You knew when they said George Kittle was going to get an MRI Monday that it was not going to be good. He got a sprained knee. Okay, so there's two things already making me tired. And now I know, do not have any more faith in Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis is the same Dante Pettis as he was last year. What really worries me is Solomon Thomas is continuing to be the same player he's been. Nothing there new. Maybe this week changes. Can't give up on him just yet, but it's not a good sign, right? But I still say, Kevin, you know what I'm going to say? Garland's back. Aiyuk is back. That's the only thing. I sort of make myself feel good. What are you thinking?
Oh, man. Well, I think, I'm not playing the first game down on them. They could have got blown out 24-0, but they didn't.
Good point.
And they played good. I mean, come on. They barely beat the Cardinals last year. And, that's not a fucking positive for the Cardinals. The Cardinals didn't do shit last year. I mean, they're desperate for their first ring.
Oh.
But, they hung in there a little bit. I was disappointed a little bit. I didn't really watch the game because I was trying to watch it, but I couldn't get it on any of my apps. But I was watching it on my phone, and then I looked at the highlights, and I seen Jimmy Garoppolo trying to throw a post to the end zone to a 5'10". What is he, 5'10"? A 5'10" wide receiver?
That's
Why are you throwing a post?
No.
Why are you throwing a post? Why are you throwing a post in the end zone? And then especially, you had 3 timeouts. There was 40 seconds left. I would have liked it more if they tried to get the first down on the goal line when they were only 5 yards away from the first down.
Yeah.
And then you had 3 timeouts with 30-some seconds left. You could have called the timeout and stuff, and you could have tried to bang it in the end zone. But then they're
Kevin, how about
I
when
just
we're on
felt
the
like on the
1 yard
goal
line?
line right there.
How about when we're on the 1 yard line and we couldn't run it in? I mean, every guy we got has at least a 1 yard average. Every running back we got has a 1 yard average.
They need to have more. They need to have. They could have given it to
Jeffrey Wilson Jr.
to our fullback,
or
to
even
our fullback on the 1 yard line.
Yes.
Why are you not giving it to him on the 1 yard line? Even you got running backs, yes, but he could have pounded it in. Maybe I don't know what happened there, but I mean, it was a week 1 mistake, like some people have said, but.
Definitely was.
Jimmy Garoppolo threw for more yards than Kyle Murray did that game.
Yeah.
They got the win, but if it wasn't for Kyle Murray's legs, they would have lost because he threw an interception. Jimmy G didn't have an interception, and he was only 10 passes away from being perfect. He did what he could against the wide receivers. You got to understand, McKinnon got his touchdown and everything, but McKinnon and Taylor, they have not played. They didn't play all last year.
2 years.
It's a chemistry thing. Jimmy G was just trying to figure them out. What are they capable of? But
not
you don't throw a post.
Not many people understand that. The way you play with. You know what? It takes a minute. You haven't played with somebody for a long time to get it right, and especially with how many weeks did they work out? 1 month?
Yeah, and they did good defensively compared to having to cover Hopkins and Fitzgerald when you don't got 2 corners that could cover both those at the same time. They did decent covering Hopkins but it's just like.
Well, Hopkins,
they were.
You know what? Nobody covers Hopkins. He got 150 yards. I mean, man, Murray just anytime he wanted to get Hopkins, almost he got him. And then when we finally had Hopkins covered, he ran. And then when he ran and fell down, if you touch him, we're going to give him 15 more yards. Oh!
Yeah, well, I just don't think they should let up. And if a quarterback's going to scramble like that, they should go after him every time. I'll take the flag every time because, I mean, if you either let him scramble or you got to go after him. And then when he dives head first, I don't know why they called that. That shouldn't have been a penalty.
Why can't I just touch him down? Why? That needs to be changed.
Well, quarterback's supposed to slide. Yeah, quarterback's supposed to slide. But if he's trying to dive for more yards, you should be able to stop him from getting those extra yards. But, I mean, I don't know why they called that. But, I mean, the next time they throw a post in the end zone, don't throw it to a 5-10 receiver. You got Sanu now. He's big enough.
I know,
and Sanu, he's had a couple almost 800 yards receiving with Atlanta. And he did He was there for when Julio Jones was getting double teamed and everything like that. When Julio Jones wasn't having a good game, he was there to bail him out and have a decent game
I
sometimes.
remember that.
And as far as the debuts, they're saying that Kinlaw had a good debut and Trent Williams had a good debut with the 49ers. So it's going to take a minute for Kinlaw to get into his rhythm. He's
also
not going to replace Buckner.
The NFL speed. He's got to get the game's got to slow down for him. Right now, it must be like a blur to him. But Kevin, we're out of time. I'll see you Friday and bring your score. All right?
Yeah, well, I got the 49ers winning. I mean, the Jets are freaking. They got injuries and all that. They're not doing too good. But I mean, the Cowboys just lost their linebacker and tight end for several weeks. The tight end's out for the season. Michael Thomas for the Saints, he's out for several weeks.
Yeah. So everybody's got problems. So yeah, that's the way it is right now because of bad off season. All right, Kev, we're gonna go. I'll be looking for you Friday. All right.
All right. Sounds
good.
Good.
Night. And Alex.
Oh, hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Alex, a press conference from hell. I gotta honestly. Sanu's not going to be able to help us this week. He just got here, and because of the COVID-19 protocol, he's not going to even be with the 49ers. So Jimmy cannot throw the ball to him all week long until Friday. And I swear to God, Alex, if Kyle sends Sanu out there on a pattern, I think I'm going to lose my mind. Come on, Kyle. That's not going to work. Jimmy is already having enough trouble with the guys he's been working out with for the last 3 weeks. So you're going to bring Sanu in to make matters even more silly? That's not. And then you got George. You know how George is. You could break both his legs. George would be out there playing on his elbows. This is a hardcore dude. Let him sit down and make Jordan Reed do some work this week. I want to see Warner anyway, and I want to see Dwelly in there. And, let's use what we got. No, there's no point putting people in trouble. And, Alex, what's really went out, and if I don't know if you're a religious guy or not, but pray for the other side of the field opposite of Emmanuel Mosley, because I don't know who's playing over there, but it's not good.
Yeah.
God! Yeah. But the good thing is, God is back. Aiyuk's playing.
Oh, yeah. Garland's back is big time. And we get to see Aiyuk. So stop saying Jerry Jeudy. Stop saying CeeDee Lamb. They didn't even have touchdowns. So and Aiyuk hasn't even played yet. So stop making the comparison that we should have taken Lamb or we should have taken Jeudy. This dude Aiyuk is about to ball out right now.
I agreed. I want to say, let's see Aiyuk first.
It depends on Jimmy.
Yeah. May not. You know what?
Aiyuk
is going to get that ball. This guy, that's why Jimmy called him a safety blanket. Jimmy knew right from the beginning of the time they start working out, hey, I could throw a bad pass to this guy, and he'll make me look good. So
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, hey, I want to talk about Jimmy, but before I get there, I think I might. I don't know it's me, but personally, I think that I'd like to see instead of Richard Sherman. If Spoon is a no-go, let's throw Jimmy Ward over there, and let's throw more free safety. That way you have your best players on the field.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I'll bet you the 49ers are thinking about that too, Alex.
I mean, and it's the Jets. Like, their wide receiver core isn't, as far as we know, because we can't, we really can't sleep on the Jets because you can't sleep on any NFL team in this league, But if you do think that you have a shot to even just test it out and see like what it's like, just for a stopgap while Sherman's injured, you have your best players on the field still instead of a Dante Johnson. I'm taking Jimmy Ward over Dante Johnson over there. And I might even put Jimmy Ward over there over Spoon.
Yeah, because otherwise, it's going to be a bloodbath. They're going to go after Dante immediately. I can tell you that right now, Alex. The first snap, they're going downfield. Don't the Jets have one speed guy?
Crowder's pretty solid, but he has hammy issues, so we don't really know quite yet if the dude is ready to go this week.
Well, he'll be ready to go if Johnson's out there to defending him. Alex, I think you and I could suit up and play for the Jets and still get a playoff on Dante.
Oh.
I'm telling you, man. God, Dante.
Absolutely. Dude is soft, man. He is so soft. Yeah. But hey, after watching this game, this boy Kinlaw, man, he might be on track to get better sooner than we think. This guy, he's got some finesse to him, and he's moving pretty well for a 320-pounder. And he's making kind of Nick Bosa-esque kind of moves. Maybe not as much, but
maybe Nick's been working with him.
He's got those cross steps that's juking out some guards, and little like step and rip or step and swim. Like
he's explosive.
He had a couple pressures. He had a tackle for a loss.
Yeah.
He only played like 35 snaps. So I like what I see from Kinlaw.
And he's only going to get better. That was his first game. He's in the offensive line, and the Jets' offensive line's bad. He could still improve this week. So yeah, there's a good reason to believe in him. Yeah,
absolutely. But out of everybody on this team, for me personally, the jury's still out for this boy Jimmy G. I mean, here's the thing. When Jimmy first got here, what did everybody say? Oh my gosh, look how Jimmy G makes everybody around him better.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody around him got better when Jimmy got here.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that this season Jimmy didn't play well, it's like, oh, we need wide receivers now. So it's like, which one is it? Does Jimmy G make players around him better, or do we need a wide receiver?
Oh,
so
God.
I don't really know quite yet. So I in my opinion, I think it's Jimmy, because our wide receivers getting open, and Kyle Shanahan was scheming dudes open.
Yeah.
I think that I think the Cardinals defense knew we were going on third down. Like I think they know that Jimmy likes going to Trent Taylor on third down.
Yep.
So they had a good game plan. But
you got to stay out of third down. Yeah.
Sorry, what's up?
You got to stay out of third down situations. And Kyle, I was reading about Kyle a couple of years ago. He hates third down. He does everything he can to avoid third down situations. Because like you're saying, now the defense can anticipate what you're going to do. You don't want that. And they kept getting into it, and they wouldn't convert. Alex, we ran out of time. Alex, let me see you Friday, can we? For you, and bring your score.
Andrew, I will. Andrew Luck 2021. Calling it now.
You think Luck's going to come back? Huh? He might.
Hey, he played an hour away. He played an hour away from the stadium. So, hey, I'm just messing. Kind of.
We'll see.
Kind of. Anyway,
All right.
I'll let you go. I know you got other people coming. Thanks, Ronbo. You have a good night, man.
You too, Alex.
All right, man. Later.
All right, night. And 404 in Atlanta, GA. Hello. Oh, I'm going to say Atlanta. It's Georgia. I'm not sure where.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Troy calling from Atlanta.
You are in Atlanta. Okay. Troy, come on in, man.
Atlanta.
Because we're in here crying.
Yeah,
you know, misery loves company.
Piggyback off the last caller
Go right
about
ahead.
Jimmy G. I'm not totally convinced of his skill set.
Yeah.
And I'm really not convinced off of Shanahan.
Being in Atlanta, you watched him, didn't you? Were there some moments that year that he took the Falcons to the Super Bowl? Did you notice?
No, I'm a Niners fan from,
I know, but you
Oakland,
can still see the Falcons. You still hear people talking and can see what's going on. So,
Yeah, it was really reminiscent of 2016. And I still can't for the life of me figure out how come Mostert didn't get the ball until about, the second quarter? The man had like 200 rushing yards the previous two games. And then in the Super Bowl, you don't even hand him the ball until the second quarter?
And how about Deebo?
I still can't for the life of me figure that out.
Right? And how about Deebo? Deebo was trashing the Chiefs. On every possession he got the ball, just trashing them. Kyle went away from that. I was like, why? Let him tear him up. They can't do a dang thing with him. Let him have the ball. I really think they could have won with Deebo alone, because Deebo was killing them.
Right.
But anyway.
I just want to make those comments. I'm not sold on Jimmy G, and I'm not completely sold on Shanahan.
Shanahan's smart. But at times, I think he's too smart for himself. Only at times. I still believe in him, but he's got some growing to do, too. I get the feeling, and most people probably don't think so. Do you know Kyle Shanahan I think he's still learning, especially how to be a head coach. That's why I didn't, because I didn't give him that loss in Atlanta, because I said, Dan Quinn is a head coach now. Kyle can be blamed for maybe what he did, but Dan Quinn is still a head coach.
And
so, yeah,
I
go ahead.
blamed Dan Quinn up until last year once I saw how Shanahan handled the Super Bowl. Because if you remember, it was 28-3, and yeah, New England came back, but they also stopped the offense.
True.
Atlanta's offense, because Atlanta had scored early, but New England did to Atlanta what Kansas City ended up doing to us.
Came back in the fourth quarter.
In terms of stopping the offense. So.
Well, as I say, hopefully they grow enough to make these things iron out. Some coaches go through this for some reason. They lose. They just can't win the big one. They can beat you to death between the game one in the playoffs, but Super Bowl's another story. We'll see.
And I could accept a blowout, but like we were winning.
No. Had that
just
game
like Atlanta
fully under
was
control.
Winning. Right. So.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, chalk it up to another learning experience. But, okay, so no Sherm. You got Dante to be concerned with. He's going to be played. He's been elevated to the active roster. And Pettis can't help us. So we're lucky Aiyuk is back. Garland's back at center position, and that has a lot to do with the ebb and flow of the offensive movement. I think that's going to make a big difference, including with Jimmy. He's not used to Grasu. I want to see what he looks like with Garland. And if he's still sucking, I'm going to go with the Jimmy Can't Do It club. But until then, I still think he has the potential to be good. We'll see.
He does. I think he does. It's just I'm not completely sold. And one last thing I will say, I don't know why we're not leveraging our trade potential with Quan Alexander. Quan for OBJ would have been perfect.
Do you think they take it? Would Cleveland take that deal?
The Browns are. I mean, with a late pick, Quan with a late pick for OBJ, I think they would have took it because they're desperate, from what I understand, for a linebacker.
Oh, that's what I wanted to know. Cleveland needs a linebacker?
Yeah, I mean, so.
I like Quan, though.
What I heard from a fan.
Dang.
And we don't need Quan because last year showed us that Greenlaw can step up and make the plays.
That's a solid argument.
Why wouldn't you
make that deal?
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that? It makes, financially it makes sense.
Fam, he's one of the hot boys. You know what? We'll see what happens. Because the 49ers, they will make a deal if it's going to improve the team. I noticed if they can get one. So, all right. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let me Troy, right? Troy, let me see you Friday if you get a chance. Bring a score, okay?
What's that?
Yeah, but we'll see you Friday. We always take scores on Friday, predictions. Join us Friday and bring us your score and explain why. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, man. Be looking for you. Great to meet you, too.
Oh, yeah.
Troy out there in Trez land. I bet they probably ran into each other. He didn't know who he was looking at. Hey, Renzo.
What's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Renzo, man, I'm sitting here. I'm concerned. I'm still thinking, Renzo, I still believe that if we play the Cardinals every Sunday between now and the end of the season, 15 more times, it'd be hell. We could play anybody else, and we will kick their butt. But when it comes to the Cardinals, it's going to be a fight. And we had to play them first. That was the worst part of the schedule. No.
We beat. The only thing, Sunday, we just had a bad game. I just need the quarterback to scramble more. That's all.
Yeah. We played them last year, though, and they weren't even as good as they are now. It was still the same thing. Jimmy beat them both times through the air. That's the only reason why we won. So, I don't know if you could put it down to one thing. Jimmy could have scrambled around, but would it made a difference? I don't know. Because another thing is, Jimmy's only going to do what Kyle tells him to do. Because he's loyal like that. When you see him go off schedule, every now and then you do see him running around, that's when he's going off schedule. Kyle didn't tell him to do that. When he ran for that scramble, or when he rolls out of the pocket, I got a feeling Kyle didn't want him to do that. Kyle refused to roll out. He refused to play action. I do not understand why, but Kyle has gotten weird because that used to be his bread and butter. Kyle Shanahan and play action. Where is it?
Well, hey, that play action, man, like you say, that's our bread and butter. And when it comes to Dante Pettis, we can keep him, but we're going to take that out of Kyle Shanahan's paycheck.
Somebody had to tell Kyle that too. Kyle, you picked him. You don't want to do nothing but keep him. Okay, but we're gonna reduce that from your salary so we can go get another ball player and have enough money to stay under the cap. I like that idea, Renzo. I like that a lot. But
also, man, like you say, our players getting hurt, but as I'm sitting here listening, I'm not too mad about that Cardinals game because they played their heart out, but we only lost by 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we was missing players.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time, we'll be all right. And plus, we got to get that mentality. When we know we got the better team, we got to run the score up on. We got to run the score up on team. Let them know, listen, we still that team from the NFC champions. You know what I'm saying? We still that team.
Agreed.
But
certainly got to.
I think Kyle gonna figure it out after a while because like when we watching that Super Bowl, it looked like John Lynch wanted to come downstairs, man. John Lynch ain't gonna keep listening to this. I take the blame for this one.
You know what? I've not heard him say that. Kyle hasn't said he won't take the blame. In fact, if reporters ask him, Kyle, that play on blah 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 blah, at the time, what were you thinking at that time? Was that a good choice? Kyle says, and Kyle will give him attitude when he answers to him. No, I'd run that play exactly the same time. I'd run that play exactly the same way again. And you're sitting there looking at Kyle's face, and you can tell he's serious too.
Yeah.
So
and what had me kind of furious Sunday was watching. Okay, Hopkins, we know he's going to do him, but Kyler Murray, when he sent all them receivers down, it's like, okay, I'm just going to run the football. Yeah. I just need y'all to take everybody downfield, and I'm going to run.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what Russell Wilson does. You know, he does the same thing. That's why when I be listening, I'm like, listen, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. We face these mobile quarterbacks twice a year. They're not going to do nothing new. They're going to do the same thing, bro. We should be prepared for this.
Good
Just handle business. That's all we got to do. Handle business.
Wilson does the same thing every time.
Because me personally, any pocket passing quarterback, I feel comfortable playing against them because I know they don't stand a chance against our defense.
Yep. But those guys can run out.
There, we're going to come get you. But the mobile, and I watched another game highlight where a quarterback slid and a player hit him. They didn't throw no flag.
I know, man. You could, as long as you didn't spear him or you just roll over the top of him, you're not trying to hit him. You can't put the brakes on in midair. God, you should be able to judge that.
Just call the game fair, man. I know I'm gonna get one bad call against us, but we shouldn't have put ourselves in that situation. But
in the first place.
Sunday's a statement game, like I said in the chat. Sunday's gonna be a statement game, man. We just need to go there, beat the Jets up. You know what I'm saying? Beat the Giants, even though people might not give us no credit. But when we play a team,
but we can't afford to go down 0-2. You can't. You got to be 1-1. So I'm sorry if nobody's going to respect us for beating the Jets, but we got to beat the Jets. You know.
Yeah, it should have been on our schedule.
Yeah, right. So we could have played the Jets first, as far as I was concerned, and played Kyler Murray and his boys game 3.
Anyway.
I
feel bad for Frank Gore, man. He got to get it Sunday, man.
I keep forgetting about him. Rizzo, let me see you Friday and bring that score, will you? Be looking for you.
All right, man. I'm right now. I'm at work, man. Listening at you, man. I'm about to get back on this clock.
Cool. Good stuff. Glad you had a break.
All right.
I appreciate you, fam. All right.
All right, man. Be safe, yo.
You too. And Latasha. Hello, Latasha. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Ronbo?
I figured sometimes you use somebody else's phone. Oh, what is your name?
Yeah, man, that's TC.
You say TC?
Yeah, TC.
As in Top Cat. Yeah. Hey, TC. What's up?
What's up, brother? Man. First of all, man. Yeah, man, it's my first time on, man. Thank you.
All right. Pleasure's mine, TC. Great to meet you. For sure. It's too bad we're not celebrating a first game win, but instead we're down here crying about Dante Johnson getting ready to start for us Sunday. TC, I can't tell you how bad that worries me. You know the history with Dante Johnson. We've seen Dante Johnson get his butt handed to him so many times, and now it's going to be Dante Johnson, and the star on the team. It's going to be on the other side of the field. It's going to be Mosley is the best thing we got on the field now playing cornerback. Man. So, you know.
Man, listen. Salah going to have to figure it out, and Dante Johnson wants to figure it out. The defense going to be okay. We got the Jets, but we can't overlook them, right? So I just got a few. I got a few things. I'm hearing what everybody's saying. How I personally feel. It's things that we got to work on. Not totally sold on Jimmy. I'm not seeing none of his mechanics that he's worked on, that he's worked on. He has lost his confidence.
I know.
And I'm not feeling that.
I'm scared of that. I agree. It does. His face did not look right on that sideline. I did not see the same Jimmy face as usual.
No. So, me personally, my idea, Jimmy casts till the Giants game, which is the game after the Jets. Kyle has to make a decision. If he's not ready and he's still looking like he's seen a ghost, he has to be benched. He has to be benched, Ronbo. I'm sorry, but he has to be benched.
Kyle will do it too.
Kyle, yes. Kyle, now let's move on to Kyle. That's enough about Jimmy. We all know Jimmy has to either you have to get on the pot or get off. Now, Kyle has the vanilla plays, stop it. Keep it simple. Quit trying to outcoach yourself or outthink this coach. First of all, heading into the game, you already have the coach. You have the advantage because you're one of the smartest coaches, if not one of the smartest play callers in the league, if not the best. So quit outthinking yourself and keep it simple and call the plays that got us to the Super Bowl last year. Quit calling screen passes out the backfield and trying to out-scheme people. Quit doing that. Make it simple. That way we can see if Jimmy's the guy. If he's not, then get him out of here. Jimmy has to throw people open. I understand everybody's saying that the receiver has to be good. No. The quarterback, yeah, the receiver makes the quarterback better, but if you're an elite quarterback for $27 million, you want to be in that elite club, you have to be able to throw a number 4 or number 5 receiver open. If he's starting with a 1,
no, they got a lot of adjustments to make. I agree. No argument here.
And everybody talking about we got to go out and get OBJ. We got to get a receiver. We got receiver depth. We got to come. We got that next man mentality last year. Nothing changed this year. Next man up. Jawan, Tavon. I know we got a couple guys banged up, but we got to expend. First of all, we got to look in house first before we look outside. I'm cool with Sanu. I like that because that was his boy in Atlanta. But other than that, Ronbo, we got to start looking in house. And we got to start giving these guys some tick. How you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I like it. I do want to see Deebo back as soon as possible because Deebo was starting to roll like a vet last year mid-season. One thing with Jimmy, I will defend him on. He's got to have an aggressive receiver. You've got to be aggressive. You got to come back to the ball. You got to fight for everything out there. He's not as smooth as putting that ball right on the plate as Brady. I think Aiyuk is made out of that, which is why Jimmy already calls him his safety net. Kendrick Bourne does well with Jimmy. Taylor used to. I don't know. Maybe after 2 years, it's asking for too much. It's a little lofty of an expectation. But they used to be on the same page right from day one. I'm willing to wait at least 3 to 4 weeks before I pass any final verdicts on Jimmy Garoppolo, because I've seen him play way better than I saw him play Monday before. My problem with Jimmy is, which one are we going to get, Jekyll or Hyde? Be one and be the one who's the best one, if that's Mr. Hyde. So this is the thing, because most people have jumped to a conclusion about Jimmy not being any good. I'm not on that. But I do believe that there's got to make some adjustments here and be quick about it. And I am concerned with what you mentioned earlier, too, about his confidence. That face on the sideline, he did not look like he normally looks. Usually he's barking at the guys and telling them, let's go do this, do that. He's telling them what to do. He's being Jimmy G like he was as a leader in 2017. But yeah, this game, he looked like he was freaked out. I've never seen
deer in headlights.
Yeah.
You look like a deer in headlights. He on the sideline wiping sweat off. What you sweating for, Jimmy? Your mechanics. You ain't even throwing the ball right. That's what I'm saying, Ronbo, about his mechanics. Like that ball to Bourne on that hitch and go. Everybody's saying Bourne was supposed to jump up for it. Even he took credit because he said, you know what, Jimmy, you were supposed to hit me, but I'm feeling so bad for you that I'm a jump out on the limb and say, man, I got to jump up for that ball and face it. He tweeted this. He tweeted. Ron, you
No, I
seen it?
saw Bourne mention that. I saw him I saw him mention that. So we're going to see what happens this weekend. As I've said, I don't think we've ever seen Jimmy do 2 bad games in a row. Let's see what he looks like this weekend. But he's got to stop with the inconsistency. Be the same Jimmy every week. At least if you lose, we'll know it wasn't completely your fault. This one, yes, much of it was his fault. So we'll see. Anyway, we got to go because we're out of time now.
All right, Ronbo, nice talking to you, brother.
Same here. Hey, if you get a time, see you Friday. Bring your score with you and be ready to explain your score. We love that stuff. All right?
Yes, sir. All right, Ronbo. God bless, brother. Love you.
Hey, thanks, man.
All
Bye.
Peace.
And let's go check out Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, it's you wonder. My theory is the Cardinals, they may partially own the 49ers. You know what? I'm going to be able to make, if my theory might be right, I'll find out Sunday. Because if they play great against the Jets, you see, this is all about the Cardinals. Wasn't nothing wrong with the 49ers. They just suck when it comes to the cards. We'll see. Well, what are you thinking? With all we got going with Richard Sherman out and George Kittle nursing his knee and Dante Pettis is in for Sherman.
Oh, my
God.
I just feel like this. We need to rest some of our players, such as the Jets, and just try to play our game. Not doing outsmarting ourselves, just playing, clean football game. You should be able to beat the Jets, you know what I'm saying?
Should be, but we should have been able to beat the Cards too. Got a whooping.
Right. We didn't, we did some silly ass, getting put, the special team turnover, getting the putt blocked, and then not getting in.
Dante Johnson.
Dante,
what are you doing? Get down!
That's what I'm saying. Why we keep bringing? That's what I'm saying. Why we keep bringing these people? This is what I don't understand. Why we keep bringing these players back over and over? He ain't been on no other team but the Niners. Why is he still on this squad?
Because he knows.
That's what I don't understand.
It's that silliness that he knows the system. Jay, they could have put Warner in on special teams to block. They could have put Juice in to block. They could have put any number of people in. I blame the coaches who decided that was the group to put in on that special teams play. What in the hell made you think you should put Dante Johnson in a position where he's got to protect the kicker? standing straight up, weighing
And
215 pounds.
Ronbo, does this make any sense? This man been here since he been off and on this squad since Jim Harbaugh. Okay, so, but no other team is picking this dude up.
You notice?
That's
Yeah,
one
well,
thing.
he played for the Hawks for a few minutes, and they let him go.
Yeah,
He's been to one other team too.
I'm saying he's not staying on the NFL roster.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
He's
no,
been in the league for how long?
Since Hector was a
why-
pup. Yeah.
Right. So why is he on this squad? And on top of that, why we keep having you going and getting Sanu? Why you ain't getting? You know what I'm saying?
Sanu's cheap.
Like
he ain't cost no money. You know what's so funny? I didn't see how much money they offered Sanu. They just said he signed it for a 1-year deal. Didn't say how much.
Right, but I'm saying Travis. You know, Trayvon Austin. You can bring him up. I'm glad
I think Trayvon's
you know what I'm
hurt.
saying? Oh, is he?
Yeah, they put him on the IR. In fact, Tavon won't be back till next year. They put him in the IR, and that time of year when you can't bring him back, I don't think they can bring him back.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong.
yeah,
I hope I am. I need a return man. See, if we had Tavon on the practice squad, and he was okay, because I think he pulled an ankle or something went wrong. Anyway, Tavon could come in and take over where Richie left off, which wasn't nowhere. Because Richie is not a return man that I'm really all excited about. You bring an Austin in, and that is automatically a decent return almost every time.
Right.
Lost.
And and he can, but I don't know, Ronbo. I'm being awesome. I'm trying to think positive and want us to, do good. But it's like some of them players, they just Achilles heel. You know what I'm saying, to our team.
DJ and DP and Solomon T.
Yeah. It's Solomon T. And don't forget the spoon.
I try to. Spoons in concussion protocol.
Me too, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. He must have got in there yesterday because he didn't play Sunday. So if he got in concussion protocol, it had to happen after Sunday, somewhere between Monday and now. Anyway, Jay, we're going to roll. I'm going to see you Friday. Bring that score and be prepared to explain why you think that's going to be the score. All right?
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate you, brother.
No, same here,
Have a
Jay.
good night.
You too, fam. Oh, God. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Joe, what do we owe this pleasure?
Mohamed Sanu.
Oh, yeah, I should have known. New body. Sean likes new players.
Well, I wanna address, if I may, the Odell comments tonight.
Okay.
That'll tie into my Mohamed Sanu point and go into Dante Johnson as well. Ronbo, Kyle wants Odell. You can see it in his eyes. I mean,
2 years.
He's been trying to go after him ever since the Giants been made available him for trade, and unfortunately that year it wasn't the right time, and the asking price was way too high.
Second round pick.
Our second overall, and DeForest Buckner. Remember?
Yeah, second overall. And that's right. That was outrageous.
Yeah. Gettleman was drunk that time, I guess, on the phone when he was asking that much or something. I don't know. But luckily, this time of year, now that he's on the Browns, and the Browns are very desperate, as a couple of callers ago said, for linebackers. They just signed Malcolm Smith not too long ago, who's a complete bum and will not fill any void when it comes to the linebacker situation. We all know how that experiment worked with us, and it wasn't too pretty. give him Quan Alexander. Like a couple callers ago said, that's money right there. That's off the books, and you can give to Odell. And a mid-round pick this year and an early-round pick next year, and they'll take that deal in a heartbeat because Quan Alexander will be the best linebacker they've had in a long time. And what better linebacker is out there they could put on that defense with Myles Garrett, you know?
That's a good point.
And that takes Odell off of their hands. We could allocate Quan Alexander's money to Odell, and there you go. We wouldn't have to worry about paying him until the time comes up. And
we're not picking up Dante Pettis' contract. No, we're not picking up Solomon T's contract next year.
No.
And
Exactly.
we might
There's
as well
more money on the books.
Dante Pettis has got 2 years left with us, doesn't he?
Yeah. And the problem with Odell is the teams that he's been on, the coaches don't know how to utilize his talent. And I know a lot of people think he's overrated and not talented or anything like that. But Kyle, there's 3 coaches in the NFL that can utilize Odell Beckham's talents, and that's Sean Payton, Bill Belichick, and Kyle Shanahan. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. He needs a creative coach. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That can know how to utilize him.
And that's what the coaches he hasn't had in New York and Cleveland. If Allen Robinson or Odell Beckham Jr. becomes available for trade before the trade deadline, you know they're going to be on the phone right away because Mohamed Sanu is a stopgap receiver. He is something.
He's just a possession guy.
Cooking.
He's a good complimentary receiver.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the guy, though.
Yeah. So, because we're pretty depleted at that position. I mean, Aiyuk is a rookie. You can't put too much pressure on him.
Yeah.
Deebo's not going to be the same when he's coming back from that Jones fracture. You clearly see that with Trent Taylor.
Bad.
You know, it's awful. And so you could address the corner situation in the draft next year if you acquire Odell or Allen Robinson, one of the two, before the trade deadline. And you could address the center position, which we need a new center after this year. I'm sorry. I've about had it with Richburg.
I'm right there with you. Did you say? Do you see? You haven't had any samples to take a look at this year. College football's not rolling. Who's possibly in the draft?
As far as what goes?
Centers.
Well, I went with Lloyd Cushenberry in this year's draft. I think we should address that this year. Who did pretty well. He had a mistake, but that's typical of rookies. He did pretty well for Denver. His debut with Denver Monday night, and I don't know. I have to look. But we need a new center coming next year.
Because Wesley's going to come in and maybe play 3 weeks. You know, it's a good show. Wesley Richburg comes in mid-season like that. He might last until the playoffs.
Yeah, which is when we'll need him the most.
God, such a
And as far as Dante Johnson and Mohamed Sanu goes, Mohamed Sanu, like I said, is a stopgap receiver for something bigger. I think that's coming. They're desperate at that position. I think they'll do another trade like they did before the trade deadline this year, like they did last year. And as far as Dante Johnson goes, we don't have to worry too much about him because we have a front seven that nobody has in this league. you know what I mean? Like,
I know. So he should be. You'd think he might be safe. We'll see. So we're out of time.
Go ahead. Dan Darnold's a pocket passer. He's not a mobile quarterback like Kyler Murray is, and we have nothing to worry about as far as that goes. So he's not going to get a lot of passes.
That's why he bit the dirt so hard last year because he can't get away. All right, fam.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to everyone. You all have a good night.
You do show.
All right.
Good
night.
Good stuff.
All right.
Night. And Jesus.
Ronbo.
Yeah. Hey, Seuss, man. I'm sitting there whining about Dante Johnson and Dante Pettis. It's the double D trouble tonight. This is the only time you'll hear me complain about double Ds. But this is a real problem.
Man, you want to know who else got double Ds?
Who's that?
Patrick Mahomes' mom.
Days again. No moms. Come on. Hey, But then again,
Oh,
hey, ask
man.
Jimmy G about Kia. It was is that Those are triple E's. We got to stop. All right, let's talk football. You got
real quick,
Dante
man,
Pettis
let
and
me give a shout out to my
Dante
brother.
Johnson, and you got Richard Sherman
Hey,
out. Oh, this
Yeah, he
is
was laughing.
this got to get better though, because George Kittle. Go ahead.
I agree with the last caller with the Kawan Alexander and with the whole
OBJ?
trade with Odell, man. But I think I'll just wait a little before. I think I'll wait before like the trade line deadline because everything is going to be too expensive when you try to trade for players right now.
I know, right? Everybody's going to want first and second round picks. It's really, and the 49ers can't afford to give up too many first and second round picks because right now and for the next 2-3 years, we don't have any money. We need to find talent, and you need to get an early round pick.
Yeah, that's true, but Odell, he's going to be on an expensive contract himself, man. It's just where to find the cap to sign all our players that are coming up on the
I know.
on the come up, because we need to pay Nick Bosa. I know that he's barely on his second year, but we're gonna have to.
Oh, he's gonna.
We're gonna have to pay some of our guys,
Ooh, Bosa's gonna be expensive, and he should be too, because the guy works hard. When everybody else is out there BSing, like some people were, Eric Armstead, Odell's. I mean, Nick is busting buns, man. We'll see.
Real quick, man, I wanted to give a shout out to my brother Shark Attack and my boy KYM, and I want to give a shout out to my boy Ronbo and Patrick, my homeboy's mom, one time again.
Boy, that dude.
But back in the seriousness of football, bro, is just I think that the 49ers are good, man. A lot of our fan base is just going into panic mode. Oh, Jimmy G's not our guy, but
yeah,
here they are last year. They're praising him hella high, like if he was fucking Jesus himself,
No. That's how we do.
Like he has
We've
one
always
bad game.
done that.
He has one bad game, and all of a sudden
it's over.
Think for Trevor Lawrence. Think for Trevor Lawrence, man. If you're a 49er fan, you keep on saying think for Trevor Lawrence, man. You're stupid as hell, man. We're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose hella games, man. If not, go be a bandwagon KC fan like Patrick, my homeboy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I'm fed up with these Niner fans that keep on saying, "Oh, think for Trevor Lawrence. Think for Trevor Lawrence, man." You know what? Just go be a bandwagon KC fan like Patrick, my homeboy, and all them Seahawks fans in that chat.
And besides, it takes too long to get a quarterback. It takes a while to get any Shanahan system working it. So, this is the thing. I wouldn't want to start over. I don't care who it is. I'm not even crazy about, and people already want Aaron Rodgers to come next year. Aaron Rodgers is having enough trouble with the Kyle Shanahan coach now. He doesn't really like the system. I don't think. He keeps arguing and complaining and, So anyway, Jimmy's, he needs some time. I think he's going to be fine.
Oh, Jimmy's going to be fine, man. He didn't have no preseason, like I said, that will just rub off some of that rust. I know that it'll be helpful to have a preseason, but they're gonna limit that next year as well. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna go two or
games,
three
maybe three,
but
no fours.
Exactly, because there's gonna be 17 games next year, which I think that's gonna be stupid.
Well, that's right.
I think that's gonna mess up the bracket. It's gonna mess up the brackets. I'm not gonna lie. I think that they should have just stick to 6 teams in the playoffs each. I think that extra game of football is just retarded to me. A third wild card spot for what?
The owners just want to make more money.
To make it to playoffs.
Yeah, more playoff revenue.
But if you if you're gonna make it to playoffs, man, 10-6 or 11-5 or higher, or even a 9-7, because that's AFC numbers right there. 9-7 and 8-8, that's AFC numbers. The NFC's way harder. The AFC teams are trash, man. I'm gonna throw that out there. Why do you think Tom Brady was so good, man? He played in the trash-ass division.
Brady came over to the NFC South, and they beat his brains out. Him and Gronk in the first game. I said, oh, my God. I've got to go. I got to watch that game. I've been looking around because I always look at the Raiders. I still look at the Raiders because I'm hoping to get their butt beat all the time. And the Hawks. I love to see them get their beat. I already watched the Cowboys and the Rams. All the teams I hate the worst. And all of them came up smelling like roses, which really pissed me off. But Tom, I'll see that. That fam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go,
man. All right, man. Hey, man, give a shout out to my boy Patrick, my homeboy, and his mom, man. He's mad in the chat.
See, I'm not. They've hit the chat for me because I've not been watching. If you're beating up on Patrick, my homeboy, beat him up. I love it. All right, guys.
All right, man. Hey, man. Hey, I'll make sure that you say hi to his mom too.
Thanks, Jesus.
All right, Ronbo.
All
right, man.
This is so sick. Night, Jesus. Oh,
good night, man.
Night. Johnny V.
My man, Ronbo. What's cracking?
Oh, John, I tell you, man, I'm really, I just hope that the Jets aren't fully aware of Dante Johnson, and maybe we can get away with Dante this week. They don't have a good offensive line, and Sam Darnold's not a guy that can zip around. We might be okay with Dante standing over there, and maybe Kyle and company thought about that. Rich, how about let's give that calf, let's give 3 weeks off, and that we'll see you in 3 weeks. We should be okay.
Yeah. I'd like to see Maiden, Ronbo. I'd like to see Maiden come out there. He's versatile. Why are we pulling him up?
I love it. I guess they want to work with those
blew
guys.
It on the punt.
I know, right? I'll never forgive him for that. I think they want to give him some time to season up. All those guys, they want to season him up a little further.
Yeah. I get it. But if there was a game to give him a shot, this would be the one.
I know, because he can't be any worse than
Especially
Dante.
it can't be any worse than Dante. I mean, Dante just moved aside and let the dude run right in and block the punt. I literally watched Dante just move.
It's terrible.
I don't even think Dante knew what the hell he was supposed to do.
Why did they put him there, John? That's a spot for a beefy dude. You don't need to put. You got Juice. You got Warner. The new kid would have probably been a good idea in that position. Put a kid with some strength in there and knows how to block.
Dante's what, 195 pounds, soaking wet?
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, it was off. It was an awful matchup. I don't even know what the hell they were thinking. Salah had his head completely up his ass.
Well, that's the special teams coach. Whoever that. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I mean, did they want Dante to? Dante may have actually been able. Okay, Ronbo, had he actually got hands on the guy, we would have got the punt off. He didn't attempt it. He literally just went right by him.
I mean, fall down in front of him. I mean, something.
Stupid, but I mean, anyways, I'm pretty excited that Garland's coming back. We need somebody to man that center position and start, executing Kyle's offense because that's where it starts.
It's exactly right.
I mean,
and more continuity when they move too, because they looked out of sync most of the time. And then, of course, that leads to Jimmy Happy Feet because now he's freaking out because the defenders are getting in his face before he can even go through his progressions. And so now he sucks. So, and Kyle insisted, stand there, Jimmy. Stand there and take your reads. You got to stand there. You got to look danger in the face. Oh, Kyle.
Without a doubt. Dude, he's holding them back, Ronbo. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I don't give a shit. They are holding Jimmy back, man. He executes play action better than anybody, but we're not even going to let him do it. I mean, come on, man.
His percentages on play action, they dwarf what he does standing under center. Dwarf. John, well, if he's that effective on play action, well, why in the hell don't they want to run it more often?
You want him to stand under center, and you've given him what? KB? You've got an out-of-sync Trent Taylor.
Yep.
Dante Pettis is chasing unicorn somewhere in the background.
Oh.
I mean, you can't put the guy under center and expect him to throw it to nobody. I'm sorry, Ronbo, but those Happy Feet, he didn't trust any one of those receivers, and when he did, it was KB.
Yeah, and George
he didn't
Kittle.
trust anyone.
And George Kittle goes out, and now he's got nothing left. But he's got KB and a Dante Pettis. No, I'm not going up for that and let them hit me like that.
Nope.
Well, sit your ass down. This is why I'm so
want
glad
an open
Aiyuk is
field
coming.
catch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for Aiyuk, but I agree with Big Show. I mean, are you going to put the pressure on him like that?
No.
Does he feel a lot of pressure as it is?
But Jimmy seems to have developed a rapport with him. I just need somebody Jimmy can throw to that he feels confident with, just like you mentioned. I just want Jimmy, trust him. Throw the ball to him, please. You know, he's going to do it.
Without a doubt, Ronbo. I mean, if we look back at last season's games, Ronbo, anybody that Jimmy felt he was confident with, that ball was released and it was out. There were no happy feet.
And the fact is, Jimmy's got a lightning quick release, but he needs to know somebody's going to be there. Because quite frankly, you and I both know, John, it's all about space, and also Jimmy's got a timing route he's got to hit. Notice how Sanders and him were like, they were like crackers and soup together when they first got together. Yep. Sanders was like right there. And Jimmy, that one pass, you knew that's what it was about. Remember that pass that Sanders running his route? He tilted his head a little bit to the left. That was all he did. Nobody moving whatsoever. Caught that ball in stride. I said, see that? See that? That's what it is. It's knowing what you're doing as a receiver. Jimmy's in New England working with polished guys like Brady. What's Brady's main guy out there?
Edelman.
Yeah, he's used to working with guys like that. And all of a sudden, he's got to come in with a bunch of new guys. Granted, the first year he did pretty good with Marquise Goodwin and Trent Taylor, but they developed something really quick. I think Taylor comes back in the next week or so.
I hope so, because I want to see the chemistry that they established. And maybe it was too soon. I don't know, Rumbo. I mean, the OBJ talks. I mean, look at Cleveland, Rumbo. They can't even use him right. They can't use him right. There's a way to use OBJ, and they're not doing it.
John, nobody, you paint that picture about what's going on in Cleveland better than anybody, and it's hilarious. But we just ran out of time. But John,
you got it, Rumble, my man.
I'll see you Sunday. I mean, it's not weekend yet. I'll see you Friday. Friday. Bring your score too, John.
Friday? Okay.
Yeah.
Better yet, I'll bring my score, Rumble. Good night, brother.
Right.
Love you. Love the show. Take care.
Thanks,
Be
fam.
safe.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for everything you do, my man.
Thank you, John. Bye. And we go to 503.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Rambo? How you been?
Doing all right. No, why did I say that? I was just, you're used to saying you're okay. I'm awful. I don't like knowing Dante Johnson is starting this week. But Nate, is that you? The voice sounds like you.
Yeah, it's me. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. But your voice, I'll never forget. Nate, man, we got like a problem. Maybe not. Sam Darnold's got a lot of pressure coming on him if he can't run, and he can't. He's okay, but nothing special. So he may be okay.
Yeah, I missed that first quarter. I didn't know about the Dante Johnson messing up on that special team. I just watched it, just watched it. Yeah,
Dante,
he got blocked. They blocked that punt. But
put them dudes
the big problem was those calls that they kept the game alive for the Cardinals. Those calls, that they were making. At that point, I knew that the game was not. They weren't trying to give it to the 49ers at that point. Honestly, they basically were calling roughing the passer, whatever kind of thing.
No touching counter. I know, right? Oh,
yeah.
God.
That's what kept the drive alive. And honestly, they would have been stopped if they weren't those calls there. And then the 49ers would have been able to at least hold the ball a little longer, make it a little harder. But they were getting tired on the field. Jimmy Garoppolo was they needed that preseason, man. He has a lot of rust on him.
Terrible.
He's not throwing the ball. He's not being Jimmy, he's not on. The timing's off. The timing's off.
Yeah.
So
and really badly too.
No preseason.
Jimmy's sailing the ball over their head. The ball's thrown behind him and everything. These are things that could be adjusted, but you can't adjust it during a game. You got to get that stuff ready before game time. Even, it's so funny because even Murray threw some really bad passes. He was throwing the ball into the dirt and doing a lot of strange things. Quarterbacks are supposed to look bad right now, I guess, but Jimmy really was having a day. We'll see what it looks like
Even
this
Tom looked bad too, throwing INT.
Brady is the king of the day. What's going on with the GOAT?
That tells you right there.
Oh, God. So anyway, okay. So that means
we're gonna have to fix this. We got Sanu coming in, and then I don't know what's going on with the injuries. I guess he's out for 3 weeks, right? IR now, new rule.
Yep.
For 3 weeks for
3 weeks.
Richard.
Yeah.
How about Deebo? 3 weeks as well.
Yep. Because he was only going to have 2 more weeks, but they added another week. Nate, that foot's not going to be right. He's not going to be able to. I'm hoping that the person somebody just called and says, remember last time the guy had this injury? I know, right? Trent Taylor. I hope Deebo's ready. I don't know. Well, I don't know what to expect. We'll see.
Well, Deebo, without him on there, it looked really bad. I mean, we don't want to see Pennis, and we're gonna have to deal with Pennis. These guys, the guys that need to get off the Niners squad is Dante Johnson
first,
Dante Pennis, Solomon Thomas. Is like, I don't want to see you. Honestly, I just please leave. No, and then giving up DeForest Buckner for Armstead. Now we're starting to see the actual issue in the pass rush.
Yeah.
Starting to see it. We're starting to see it. I don't know about that number 14 pickup. The number 14, I don't know his name, but I'm not big on names. But
You talking about our wide receiver?
no, the defensive tackle, the new kid that came on.
Javon Kinlaw. I'm sorry, 14th. Yeah, that's Javon Kinlaw.
He looked like this guy was being manhandled by those offensive linemen. I watched it. He had no penetration. He couldn't even he was being manhandled.
He's gonna have to. It makes no sense as big as he is. I think the game is too fast for him right now as a rookie. I don't look for him to look like his highest potential. I don't think he's done yet. He's a rookie that needed more off-season training. So we'll see what he looks like in about 5 or 6 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah. I'll give him 4 to 5 weeks. Then we'll start seeing. I think that's when the Niners will start winning. At that point, I think that it's going to be 4 to 5 weeks. We got to pick up a garbage game. At least
Are we going 0-3 to start the season? Nah.
I don't know. It looks like that a little bit.
Remember one thing, Nate. No matter how good this team is, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals are going to bring them back down to earth. Why? I don't know. Because Kyler Murray's not the only quarterback that runs, but we have problems when it comes to AZ. It's real. Last year, we were badass. We played them twice, and it was tough both times. Whoa. And they weren't that good last year, Nate.
And we could have won. We could have won this game, but they called those big on the third quarter. They were calling those personal fouls. They kept the drive alive. They couldn't.
The 49ers.
I swear, this is what happened in the Super Bowl. 49ers. I don't know. I have a big thing. This is why I wasn't calling in because
the 49ers got to stay out of that situation.
I have a big thing about being the NFL being rigged, and I'm seeing it in my face, and I'm just kind of done a little bit. This is why I don't take it as serious as I used to.
Yeah, you're right about. There was something very smelly about it too, but you know what? It's fine. Sooner or later, they're going to rig the game for us. Then maybe. I'm going to go, Nate. If you get a chance, get on back here Friday since you've recovered from the Super Bowl, and bring your score with you, okay?
Yeah, man. You have a good night. Thank you.
All right, man.
Bye.
Night. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hey, no, don't. You guys, some other teams coming in and starting fights. No mercy. As long as they stay within the rules, they can trash you all day because that's all you guys do when you come in. You don't even talk football. So whatever they say about you guys, I've got no problem as long as it's not racist, it's not political, as long as there's no. We never see any girls from other teams coming here, do we? Yeah, I do not put up with badgering women, but as far as bad trash talk, green light, baby. All right, I'm going to go. I'll see you Friday. Bring your score with you, and let's make some predictions and be ready to back it up. I'll see you then. It dead like fam. Niners! Oh, God, what a rush. Oh, man. stars. Oh, they're flying everywhere.